personal. Saturdays, prime time, baby. Grinding, you won't see me on the sideline, baby. The man, know you see me, yeah. Most of you won't understand. It's prime time on Saturdays. Personal. Saturdays, prime time, baby. Grinding, you won't see me on the sideline, baby. The man, know you see me, yeah. Most of you won't understand. It's prime time on Saturday, let go. It's personal. Saturdays, prime time, baby.
Welcome to the Heisman House Challenge.
You ready?
Dude, of course I'm ready. It's been so long. It's been 11 years.
We got thousands of players competing to get up to this point. The final 4 people have made it here to Los Angeles. I cannot wait to get started.
What are y'all talking about? It's already started, bruh. We are so back. I'm talking about the sights and sounds. We are so back. I'm talking about the pageantry of game day. We are so back. And of course, I'm talking about the big plays on the field. We are so back.
And don't forget about the players trying to bring glory home.
Yeah, that's right. We've got
D-Croft.
We've got
V.A. Dimes.
We've got
Baller.
We've got
Hightower Dior.
the first ever Nissan Heisman House Challenge champion will be crowned today.
So it's like I said,
We are so back.
And we are indeed back. We are so happy to have you along with us. Nick Mazesco alongside Eli Mack and Civil. It is the Nissan Heisman House Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football 25. Gentlemen, the first live college football esports champion will be crowned tonight, Eli, and we get to be a part of it.
hey, listen, bro, this joint is about to be an absolute banger, bro. We got some people here coming to win something crazy, bro. The all-new Nissan Kicks car, $10,000, and the honorary Nissan Heisman house key, bro. This is about to be a banger, man. What you thinking, Civ?
These guys won 8 single elimination games to get at this point. These are the 4 top players in the world right now in College Football 25. I'm excited to see some good gameplay.
It's going to be great. And by the way, then you get the legacy of winning the first ever collegiate college football esports right here with that Nissan Heisman House Challenge. I mean, that legacy is everything.
No, it's been, this is the first one ever. This is insane. We have some dudes who've already done some cool stuff in Madden. Some guys, this is their first time ever making a live event. I'm excited.
Pumped?
Pumped.
Ready to go?
We're back.
We love that. We love that. Now, it was a tough road to get here for these players. These guys had to battle through that single. You mentioned the single elimination just to get here. You know, let's just take a look to see how they got here to the Nissan Heisman House Challenge. Welcome to the Nissan Heisman House Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football 25.
It's a pick 2 to win the game in overtime.
The quest for glory began on PlayStation tournaments with the Open Qualifiers, where thousands of players registered and competed with one goal in mind: to prove they have what it takes to be a Heisman. The winners of the open brackets advanced to the closed qualifiers. Here, the competitors made the final push in the single elimination round.
Touchdown, Buffs!
With the top 4 set, the Heisman hopefuls have been flown out to the live championship in Los Angeles. Now, a share of $25,000, an honorary key to the Nissan Heisman House, and an all-new Nissan Kicks are on the line. Who will step up and bring glory home? We're about to find out. It's the Nissan Heisman House Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football 25. It was quite the road to get here. 4 players will be facing off tonight inside College Ultimate Team mode. It is head-to-head single elimination. There's no forgiveness at this point. You lose, you go home. Single elim, bring home that glory, bring home that prize. But let's take a look at our 4 players. We got Dior. By the way, look at his record, Civ. He has the #1 ranked players on the cut leaderboard, and he has played 2,000 games of College Ultimate Team.
Well, so that's the guy who I wanted to highlight here. I mean, look, like the record's insane. It's like an 87% winning percentage. He's averaging 20 a game. and only allowing 12.4. I mean, just that amount of games played, just under 2,000. Look at, as opposed to someone like Decroft, who might have more comp experience. Decroft's only played 73 games.
Yeah, and on the other side, you got Balla and Dimes. You're a big fan of what Dimes brings to the competition.
Yeah, I'm loving Dimes, man, the way he plays, you know what I'm saying? He's just like me, bro, you know what I'm saying? If your boy Eli Mack is playing Madden or college football, I'm not punting the ball or kicking field goals, you know what I'm saying, on 4th down. And I think, you know...
So Eli Mack says we don't need special teams.
Yeah, no special teams.
You don't like
bro.
the kick.
Listen,
okay, can we get Pat McAfee on the phone?
Special players don't need special teams. Come on, dog. Yeah.
I need Eli live at a game day trying to make kicks.
That was tough.
Come on, man.
I need Eli live at a game day trying to make a kick because at the end of the day, I think you're going to get heckled. I think Pat's not going to be happy with that one.
Man. Nah, man, look, like I said, man, I like the way that he plays. You know, he might be pretty annoying to play because of that play style.
He is.
Hey, 4th and 15, he might complete a first down on you, bro. And that's like...
He might run the ball.
He might run the ball on 4th and 15, which I like, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, shout out to Lil Baller, man. I've been talking to him behind the scenes. He said he's locked in. He's just coming here to ball, coming here to hoop. He's not trying to let the lights and cameras get to him. So that's going to be a great matchup right there.
Yeah,
man.
we got a packed schedule for you today. We're going to have 2 semifinals and a final. We're going to start things off here with Balla and Decroft battling it out. We'll fill one spot in the finals. The second spot will be filled by that Dimes and Dior matchup. Cannot wait for that one. And then we close it all out. We crown a champion. We hand out all the prizes, and we hand out the glory with that championship game coming up at the end of the night. This is going to be a great game. Let's just see a little bit about what these players are playing for.
I cannot wait to drive off in the all-new Nissan Kicks.
Yo, Decroft, what are you doing, man?
I'm just here admiring my new car.
What do you mean your new car? You haven't won anything yet. Plus, I already got the fuzzy dice for it.
Hold up, fellas. I know the Nissan Kicks has all-wheel drive, but I'm at to steer you somewhere else. Besides, I already got these custom plates.
Calm down, boys. The Nissan Kicks has been reimagined. The only thing y'all should be imagining is who's gonna be riding shotgun.
Man, even Nissan Kicks are smart enough to know that I'm him.
You know it's my car.
No,
you know it's my car.
Yeah, bro, it's me.
If you want this key, you're going to have to prove it on the gridiron.
All right, then. Say less. Let's get it then.
Do you have what it takes to be a Heisman? Prove it. Woo! That is right, man. They are going to be playing. One of the prizes is this all-new Nissan Kicks car. Listen, bro, this vehicle is fire. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be sliding around, whipping around, looking right if they can get a W. And not only that, they are also going to get $10,000, which that's a lot of money, bro. It took me a while to get $10,000 off the YouTube, you know what I'm saying? So the fact that they get to get that right here, if they could just win these next couple games, that is super dope. And last but not least, they also are gonna get the honorary Nissan Heisman house key. And listen, I'm not gonna be giving it to them. The one and only Heisman winner, the legend, the man, the myth, Reggie Bush is gonna be giving it to him. Come on out, man. Hold on.
Hey, there it is.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, bro, good to see you, bro.
Hold on. Hold it right. Hold it right.
Yes, sir, my man.
what's
You already
up,
know.
man?
Hey,
How you
dog.
doing?
Legendary, bro. How you feeling, man? This is a big day right here, dog.
I'm feeling good, man. I hope the contestants are feeling good and ready to put on the show.
They better be, man, because there's a lot of things on the line right here. So I got a question for you, man, a couple. So explain to me what the Heisman House experience means to you.
Man, just being a part of the Heisman family. You know, I got a chance to, do the commercial this year, and this is my first time getting the chance to be in the Heisman House. So it was exciting, man. Getting the chance to just see all my old friends and teammates and guys that I played with and played against. But man, it just felt like home.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. So next question, do you think you or your college self could take on today's players in the game of college football 25?
Yes, the answer is yes, absolutely. I'm a football junkie. I'm born and raised on football. Football is in my blood, man, so absolutely.
And speaking of that being in your blood, you were unstoppable in NCAA football 2005 and 2006.
Yes.
So I got a question, bro. What player today do you think is a living cheat code, bro? Just that guy.
I'm gonna have to. It's tough because there's a couple guys I'm thinking of, but I'm gonna say Travis Hunter.
Travis Hunter.
I love just the dual threat ability to be able to play defense, play offense, play receiver. You know, you move this man anywhere, just put the ball in his hands. You know what I'm
He
saying?
might get that, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he might win it. He might win it.
Yes, sir.
He got a good chance.
That's what's up, man. Hey, we are about to go to break. And listen, when we get back, we got a word from another legend, another Heisman winner, Desmond Howard. What's up, man?
What up, Des?
Legendary.
Hey.
Woo!
Hey, Mark, what are you doing, buddy?
I've always wanted to be in a homecoming parade. I grew these flowers myself, but more so, I grew as a person. Check this. Showtime.
Roll Tide.
Everybody out there, make sure that you use that hashtag CFB25. We want to hear from you. What's your favorite Reggie Bush Heisman moment? If we're going to feature some of the best ones out here. Now, I'm not going to lie. For me personally, I think the Bush push, USC, Notre Dame. You guys were what, like 1 when that happened?
I've been watching that live.
Bro, come on, bro. Like you all day, bro. You've been talking about how we just young, how we don't know the music that you used to listen to, the games you used to watch and
Back
play.
in my day.
Listen, bro, go get a PS1 or a PS2. Me and my dog over here, you know what I'm saying? We updated. You feel me? Stay over there, Real talk, man.
I'm having so much fun here, and I'm so glad to be with them.
That sounded like not.
I'm
That
happy to be
sounded
here with you, Nick.
That's crazy. That's
a lot
crazy.
of sarcasm going on, huh?
Well, we have a great matchup coming up first. I might be old, but I know good matchups when I see them. And we got Balla and Decroft will be battling it out. Got to sit down with them a little bit earlier and find out about their journey and their mindset going into the semifinal. I'm standing by with the players in our first semifinal here at the Nissan Heisman House Challenge. I got Decroft and Balla. Gentlemen, let's start off with just, sort of big picture. What does it mean for you guys to be here and qualified for the first live event in college football 25?
Yeah, I think that's the big thing you said, that this is the first live event we've ever had in college football. You know, you've seen the Madden scene kind of take off over the last decade or so, but now you have college football coming back for the first time since NCAA 14, now CFB 25, and to be a part of the first event that they're hosting is a super cool experience.
Yeah, man, when the game, even whenever it was announced it was coming back, everybody was hyped for it. So, first off, even being in the space is just unreal. But, there's a lot of attention that comes with it because it was a hyped up game, and I think it's lived up to it, so it's just going to keep carrying on. So, even to be among the 4 best in the world, that carries a lot of weight, in my opinion.
Tell me why you're going to win this game.
I feel comfortable in terms of just knowing what scheme he's in, honestly. I was able to watch him play a decent amount, so it's just preparation, right? At the end of the day, I feel like if I'm able to see somebody play, I feel like I can be very easily prepared for them, and it's just about execution, right? At the end of the day, I never want to lose a game because of lack of preparation, so I feel prepared. It's just going to be about executing again.
So you fully scouted them. You know what's coming.
Unless something changed, I'm pretty comfortable.
You bringing out the wrinkles? What are we doing?
Pretty comfortable.
Changes the entire playbook right beforehand. Why are you going to win this matchup?
These college streets is different, man. You called it Madden, don't get me wrong, man, but it's college. You said it earlier. That field wider, man. I got more to do. I got way more space to work with. And you will too. It's fine. But I feel like I've definitely had more reps, So I've seen more. I've seen way more. You gotta split jobs here. You know what I mean? So it's a lot you ain't seen. It's a lot. It's a lot.
For you, going into this, you look at that final prize. Which one to you is the coolest part of that?
I think it's the Heisman house key. I mean, we were talking about it earlier. That's one of one, right? I can make $10,000 elsewhere. I can buy another car.
Big time. All right, settle down.
Well, okay. I mean, there's
$10,000 is nothing to me.
But for me, it's where else am I gonna get a Heisman house key?
You said it best. You can get a car. You can get 10,000. You cannot. That is not You cannot duplicate that. That is cool, by the definition.
No, well, you heard it here first. The $10,000, it doesn't matter to them, so you can just send it directly to me. Thank you, appreciate it. I can't make $10,000 whenever I want. It's gonna be a lot of fun to watch these two battle it out. Balla, the Texas native, Oklahoma fan, and talking about what Balla's gonna bring to the table, Sib, it's all about that experience. He's played a lot on the cut leaderboards. He knows these teams well, but in terms of what he's gonna bring on the field, he's kind of a wild card.
So he plays the game a little bit differently. He's going to utilize these wide formations, gun bunch wide, maybe some gun wide stack, things like that are really exploiting kind of the wide hash marks that we see here in college football.
It's one of the unique parts about college football. You're not going to find this in Madden.
Exactly. And in talking to him before, he said he's going to really try to focus on taking what D-Croft's giving him. When you use those formations, there's usually something there, whether you have a numbers advantage to the sideline, whether you might be able to run the ball because they're light in the box. He says he's willing to do whatever it takes on offense and defense even, just to match what D-Croft's trying to do.
And, you know, listen, Sid, one of the foremost minds in college football, he brings the X's and O's. I know you. You're a vibes guy. You're an auras guy. And Balla's got the aura.
Yeah, nah, 1,000%. Balla's definitely got that vibe. He got that aura to him. You know what I'm saying? My dog here, you're good with being technical and stuff. But I'm going to just say this, bro. From getting to know him, that boy got that drip on. You know what I'm saying? He knew how to put it on. His mentality is right. He said, look, I'm coming here to hoop. I got that Mamba mentality. I don't care about the lights, the cameras, the actions. He's just cooling, bro. So I feel like with that type of mentality, that's how you're going to get over top. Because sometimes it's not all about the technical stuff, man. It's about look good, play good, feel good. You feel me?
Yeah, and on the flip side, we've got a man who maybe doesn't have the experience inside of cut. He's not grinding these cut leaderboards because he's a Madden professional. This is somebody named D. Croft. If you don't know him, this is somebody who you need to keep your eye out for because he is one of the foremost Madden players. He has made hundreds of thousands of dollars playing competitive Madden, and now he's looking to take over the competitive college football streets.
Yeah, I mean, every year, ever since I've known him, probably 6 years now, he's one of the best Madden players in the world, over $150,000 in total earnings. And the dude knows how to hoop when it comes to the game, and college is a little bit different than him. He definitely doesn't have the same college experience, but in terms of competitive experience, he outranks everybody in that. I think for him, he's going to be calling the right plays. Execution is huge for him, especially inside the red zone. I think between the 20s, he's going to do a good job. I think really inside the red zone is where this is going to get decided.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. He is a collegiate esport player as well, has a scholarship for this, so he knows what he's doing. This battle, I think, is everything fun about this tournament, this Nissan Heisman House Challenge, because you've got experienced Madden player versus cut leaderboard grinder. Do you see a favorite in this matchup, Eli?
A favorite, you know, like I said, I like my dog Ball. I like his drip and everything. But I'm going to tell you something about D. Croft. And y'all might think I'm crazy here. But he kind of gives me Tom Brady vibes. He's like the silent assassin. If you really pay attention to that interview and lock in and look at his eyes and how he was, he has this look of like, he's kind of like studying his opponent without really, you know what I'm saying, letting his opponent know that he's doing it. It's really weird. He's kind of like the Randy Orton of this, just the silent assassin.
If he hits an RKO out of nowhere,
hey, that'd be
this would be the greatest tournament I've ever seen.
D. Croft the type to do it.
But you got to know what I'm talking about, though. Is that grit, that like, I'm chill. I'm nice and composed, but I'm gonna get.
He's been here before. You know That's the thing, is that he's been in this live event before.
He's not nervous. He doesn't seem nervous.
I've never seen D. Croft nervous in my life, so this should be a great battle. Let's get this one underway. The Nissan Heisman House Challenge starts now. Let's bring in our players, starting off, cut leaderboard grinder, the wild card. Let's bring out Balla.
Yes, sir. Legendary coming out here. Hey, look, and that's that drip I'm talking about. You see that shirt, man? He got that.
The 2022 National Champ. Is that baseball or softball? Softball. That's what I thought it was.
He's a big OU fan.
But look,
he kept on talking about it.
Well, y'all know why he's wearing that shirt, right? It's because he's throwing them curveballs. He's going to be throwing them curveballs in the game at him. You know what I'm saying? Everything's strategic, bro.
You've done this before. On the flip side, his opponent, Madden Pro, looking to take over the college streets, Daniel Mycroft, a.k.a. D. Croft.
Yes, sir. Look at him coming out here again, just locked in. Like I said, silent assassin, not too much talking, not too much flash or bedazzle. But hey, Tom Brady was probably one of the, you know, he wasn't the best when it came to drip, but he is the best quarterback of all time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, man, it's not really about the drip all the time and stuff like that. It's about what's in your mind, and I think that mentality is going to take him a long way in this tournament right here.
He knows this game a little bit. I know he's splitting time between Madden and college football, but D. Croft's got that mind.
He's just always one of the dudes who like leads the way when it comes to like setting the meta, how people want to play the game, the best tactics here and there. D. Croft's always leading that stuff, dude. I'm excited to see what he actually does here in this one. Sometimes he has some tricks too. I've known him for a long time.
D. Croft with tricks?
He's got some every once in a while, because he be locked in like that. You never know what the assassin's gonna do.
That's what I'm saying. There we go. Using that word. Using that word. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I just see him as a very technical, by the book type of player. But if he can be that and then pull some tricks out of his hat every once in a while, that might be tough to beat.
That's when he's at his best, because he's technical, he'll execute, but every once in a while you need something, he'll find something sometimes.
That is.
And on the flip side for Balla, I feel like he could break out just about anything. He has said he's not coming in with like a game plan per se. He's going to see how this game moves along.
Well, every time I talk to him, he just says, I just want to hoop. I'm just here to hoop. And I'm like, I respect that. Like sometimes that's how you have to be. Some dudes get kind of like nervous, clammed up, especially if he gets some big things going from early, kind of, you know, take the driver's seat early. Could be a good one for him too.
Yes, sir. It's that Mamba mentality, man. Let's see who comes up with this W.
Who's going to make it to the final? Who is going to fill that spot? Who is going to be, if a win here, right now you're 2 wins away from the top prize. Let's head down the tunnel. Let's bring glory home. It's time for semifinal number 1 here from the Nissan Heisman House Challenge. Balla and D-Croft battle it out. Doesn't get bigger than this. First time ever, all the glory on the line.
Oh, I'm excited. Let's see, we have, this is gonna be, yeah, so D-Croft told me something interesting. Most people always want to receive the ball, or I'm sorry, to kick the ball to start games. D-Croft told me he actually wants to receive. That's interesting, usually because you want to kick early so you get to receive at halftime, but D-Croft says he wants to get ball first. He wants to strike first.
My favorite part about this, we're getting a little Red River rivalry.
Yeah.
Texas and Oklahoma.
Hook 'em horns, brother.
You're an Austin native. You've been to a couple games at Darrell K. Royal Memorial Stadium.
I've been at DKR, camped out a couple times. I'm a friend of the university now.
You like the atmosphere at DKR?
I do. It's always fun. I'm gonna try to go to that playoff game here soon, actually.
As these guys, now talk to us a little bit. Setting these rosters, these depth charts prior to the game. If you haven't watched competitive virtual football before, this is one of the biggest moments. This can really set you up for success.
Yeah, I mean, you want to put your players in the best spots to succeed, right? So sometimes that might be taking a middle linebacker who has high speed, and you actually end up always blitzing your left outside linebacker. So maybe you sub him in over there just to get that extra speed there. You'll see that sometimes with like running backs, you might opt for the faster guy. These guys know their rosters inside and out, so they're making just a few little adjustments right here.
A reminder, this is on College Ultimate Team, so if you're looking for Quinn Ewers out there, if you're looking for Isaiah Bond, they might have that item, but you're going to see players from the past, players from the present. This is what's fun about the Ultimate Team mode.
We'll see some players from back in your day. You watched them live, yeah? Mid-'80s?
Yeah. Big shout out to Eric Crouch. It is Cam Newton, the Auburn Tiger at quarterback. Handoff on first down, and it's weird knowing D-Croft, having watched D-Croft a lot, seeing him run the ball on first down. This is a guy who wants to air it out.
Yeah, sometimes people just run the ball, try to get to a hash mark, try to feel it out a little bit. We're gonna see a lot of gun bunch. Some dudes you'll see audible into this. He's not going to, and a big route to keep in mind is this deep corner route from the tight end and the fade from square here. Oh yeah, he might have had it.
Looking for it, he's got it. Oh, he was looking. Oh, you see that man out there trying to fit that in the window. Johnson can't make the catch. It's gonna be 3rd and 7.
So here's the thing, Baller already showed he's willing to use the switch stick mechanic, which essentially takes your user and lets you switch on to another defender. He's willing to do that to a deep zone, which could play a corner up pretty well, but could leave him open to a bomb later. I'm curious, watch this deep post as well.
Newton back to pass. In trouble, right side, red pass, that's inaccurate, but a great click on, cannot make the catch. It's 4th down and 7, and he's got the Eli Mack move right now. Punter's gonna stay on the sidelines.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see much punting here, even with the 5-minute quarters. D-Croft shown always wants that bunch to the wide side now. Give him a little bit more space, attack that far sideline. He's trying to keep this game kind of similar to Madden, how he plays. Doesn't have to do too much learning between them.
Look for the tight end. That's Lachey with the catch. Low ball possession catch. Great throw from Cam Newton, picking up a key 4th down.
Yeah, holding X on PlayStation, A on Xbox, be able to make sure you get that possession catch, avoid any kind of contact. Especially on 4th down, you need to do that.
He's got Diggs as the solo receiver, wide right. It's Newton, back to pass, stepping right, throwing left. There is the Maryland graduate, Stephon Diggs, all the way down to the 32-yard line. Those quick reads, sometimes these guys, you get stuck in their head about the big plays, the bomb plays, but these underneath reads are going to be key for D-Croft.
I mean, that's where you get made or broken, in my opinion. Like, the quick drags are always huge, halfback ins, halfback flats. You got to be willing to take them. Sometimes in these moments, it's hard to, but you got to be willing to.
That was a stem down. That was a stem down corner route, and it was almost picked off. Had deep corner route, stem down corner route, and that was a really nice click on with that switch stick.
Yeah, the switch stick is just, I mean, Baller's shown he's willing to use it. I'm curious because now D-Croft has identified that he's willing to use that and be aggressive with it, which could get your turnovers if you're Baller, but at the same time, it could end up being a quick touchdown too if you're a little bit too aggressive. Let's see what we have here.
Stepping up, throwing it to the halfback. He's got him wide open. Alvin Kamara, abracadabra to the end zone, and D-Croft takes the first lead here in the Nissan Heisman House Challenge.
Yeah, D-Croft going back to that same route combo with the wide side. Oh, we got the, there we go.
A little cryo action?
There we go. We got that wide side halfback and a little flat trying to attack that seam. PAT up and good.
Boy, he went from a 4th and 7 that could have changed the entire game. He scores 3 plays later.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how fast these things can turn around, right? And that's why these you get someone behind the chains and get them into those kind of power downs where it's 3rd down or 4th down, you just have to lock in and be able to get a stop. Right here, we're going to see Baller, though. This is kind of opportunity. Remember, not so much to keep in mind yet, but Baller getting ball here, gets ball at half. Defensively, you like that you kind of forced a 4th down early, but you don't like how fast he moved. A little technical timeout from Decroft, it appears.
Scores a touchdown and then calls over the admin. He's trying to end the game now.
I think he wanted maybe some extra points on that, hoping to get a tally.
Was that a 14-point touchdown, I think? 14, did you see how hard I worked for that?
Come on.
It's our admin team here at the Nissan Heisman House Challenge. Worst get this one. It was a masterful drive, though, from Decroft. It looked like maybe we were going to have some worries on how he was going to move the ball.
Right.
Really started to utilize the underneath routes. And then that wheel route out of the backfield, if you're not manned up on the halfback, that is a killer on defense.
Yeah, and the thing is, we've seen him run, I think, 3 or 4 plays trying to attack the sidelines, the corner routes. A couple of them with a switch stick. One was a red pass that went out of bounds. One was just a missed pass lead. And then the other was almost picked off on that swat down the field. His success has came early in attack in the middle. He's kind of missed these open underneath drags early as well, which I'm curious if he starts to maybe see a little bit better as the game goes on, because you don't want to be forcing your hand to the sideline. It's playing with a lot of fire.
Yeah. We're back at the desk. Nick Mazesco Civil with you as we work through this technical timeout for just a second. Now for Balla, how much pressure is there on him right now? Gave up the touchdown early. He seems like a guy that maybe the pressure isn't a big deal to him, but when you give up that early touchdown, you're already on the defensive.
I think the pressure starts if your first couple plays don't go your way. If you start to get a rhythm, it's just like, hey, long game, long game. If you get into a 3rd and 15, 4th down, it's like, oh, geez, this could, kind of get out of hand early. And that's what Decroft wanted to do. He told me beforehand that he wanted to receive the ball first when most people would like to kick.
He wants that momentum early.
Yeah, he wanted the momentum early. Ends up scoring the touchdown just like he wanted to, kind of in his game plan. This is a big drive for Baller.
It's a big drive, and it'll be fun to watch what he does offensively. And in College Football 25, we've talked about it a lot. The movement being so fast, the play being wide open. These games, you're not going to see too many defensive battles. This is an offensive game.
Right. No, the biggest thing, I think, for both these guys is just making the other person work, because we've already seen just on Decroft's first drive, we saw a couple contested throws, a couple like, ooh, we'll see what happens. So both these guys just make the other one have to work up and down the field. You're going to see mistakes and just capitalizing on those mistakes. That's what we got to see. And I'm curious, I want to see what Baller ends up doing against Decroft's defense. If he goes run heavy, a little pass heavy. I know he's got some RPO game, especially you have those wide out hashes, those wide out splits. You're looking at a lot of RPOs, a lot of run game, try to take advantage of the box.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to watch, guys. We're going to work our way through this technical timeout, but when we come back, we continue through semifinal number 1 here from the Nissan Heisman House Challenge live in Los Angeles. Don't go anywhere.
Come on, rookie, you sleep down here.
Is that?
Whoa, Reggie Bush.
Lost track of time in there. So, what's new?
since you asked.
Pretty cool. Anything else? What is he doing?
He's watching the game.
And we are back live here from the Nissan Heisman House Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football 25. Nick Mazesco Civil along with you. 7-0 D. Crawford the lead. We mentioned it before the break. This is a big drive for Balla. The last thing you want to do against a guy as experienced as D. Croft and a guy who's so good offensively as D. Croft is go into one of those 3 and outs, not get points on a drive.
Just end up struggling. Like, you can get behind early in a game like this. Again, he gets ball at half, so like you do have that little bit of flexibility here to be able to just like, I don't want to say buy yourself time, but like you do have that flexibility. We're back at it here, 7-0.
And here's what's important. Want to mention this. You might be wondering, where's the crowd noise? Where's that stadium factor? Well, we're in a neutral stadium. We're in the all-new Nissan Kicks Dome, a beautiful spot for the Nissan Heisman House Challenge.
One of the most beautiful stadiums I've ever seen.
I'm gonna need to get my hands on one of those.
And so notice immediately he goes from that wide bunch audibles. Trying to get that run game going early. I think he's going to come out in this gun wide bunch every single time. That's going to dictate a little bit of D. Croft's defense because he's going to have those 3 wide receivers out wide to the right. D. Croft has 2 DBs on the right, but he's splitting the difference with the slot corner. I'm curious how Baller ends up exposing that, or if he's able to. Ends up audibly anyways to the tight Y off.
It is Cam Newton also at the helm. He's going to throw that bubble screen as Johnson down the left side, picking up 9. 3rd down and 1. Nice use of those RPOs. You're going to see a lot of them from Ball.
Yeah, a lot of RPOs, a lot of audibling. I'm curious though, because this is what you want in the wide bunch. You want to have a numbers advantage on that far side. He's not utilizing it yet, and instead just going to end up checking down or shifting into this tight Y off. He told me this is one of his favorite formations. I think it's one of the best formations every single year. It's great and in a ton of playbooks. Ends up going back to the bubble.
Finds him, makes a move, picks up a 1st down to the 45-yard line. And if you're wondering, hey, who's that Johnson fellow out there? You might know him as Megatron. Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket, Calvin Johnson with the catch.
Yeah, so D. Croft right there, that's his bubble defense, and it doesn't actually play it. The outside linebacker doesn't get out there. Ooh, I think this is really important if Baller is able to get some of this stuff going here.
He stays in that wide bunch. Newton back to pass, in trouble, down goes Cam. Loss of 4 on the play, the pocket collapsing around the Auburn Tiger.
Yeah, so every time Baller is going to drop back to pass, you're going to see this looper coming from that left middle linebacker, looping around the center. It's a matter of whether or not that guy can come in, but that's how D. Croft's trying to get pressure on him, trying to make him have to speed up his reads. This is also where Baller you don't want to be. You don't want to be behind the chains here. I'm not sure how explosive his offense is, especially being very run RPO heavy. See the gap shoot from D. Croft pushing that back inside too. 3rd and 13. To me, the pass game for Baller getting going is like what everything's going to come down to. He's going to get a lot of these situations. He's just got to execute. It's hard with these guys all the way to the far sideline. It's hard because almost all the routes have to come back inside. Oh, I like this.
3rd and 13. We're under 2 to play in the 1st quarter. It's Newton back to pass. 3-man rush, now a 4-man rush. Newton slings it right side. Tough throw. It's picked off. Going the other way is Thornton. He's got it in the 50, 45, 40. Down to the 35-yard line. Our first turnover of the game. D. Croft with the pick. And how about Bryce Thornton jumping that curl route?
Yeah, he got a big return off it too. And that's what I'm saying. Like Baller, when he has to pass, he's got to be able to execute on it. That's what I'm worried about with the wide bunch. Just so the routes are so congested all the way deep out there. And even though that curl route, it was open when the ball was released, it's such a far distance. Here's that wheel route play. It's manned up, though.
It's actually pretty good defense. You're going to try to playmaker the drag down the field, but well covered across the board from Baller.
Yeah, so now D. Croft, I'm curious if you recognize what just happened, because he's analyzed, especially D. Croft is kind of a robot when he plays. He analyzes everything that happens, knows he's manning up that halfback wheel route now. I'm guessing he's going to go something different with the halfback here. And it looks like he is. We'll see.
Out of that bunch, it's Newton. Stepping right, throwing right. He's got the corner out for Diggs, just out of reach. He's on that placement and accuracy, not using the revamp passing, using the placement and accuracy. And that's where you can see some of those throws go a little haywire.
Yeah, I mean, you have the ability on placement accuracy. If you blew it, you can get a perfect pass every single time. If you don't get that blue, it kind of comes down to a little bit more of a rating situation. Right there just doesn't get it. Same route combo, though. I mean, this route's just cooking man covered consistently for him. Yeah, if you're Baller, you're manning that dude up with the hopes that that is going to play the corner. And when it doesn't, it's like, oh, might have to change up the defense a little bit here. The other thing we're not really seeing, Nick, early, is we're not seeing any kind of pressure from Baller, too. So
no.
You let somebody like D. Croft, who's just consistently, past 5 years, one of the best passers in the world, kind of just chilling back here. He's going to find open routes.
Well covered across the board, and smart play from Decroft. That's something you get from the experience of playing these high-pressure games, the willingness to throw the ball away.
Yeah, you can't be forcing the ball here. You can't be being dumb. You got to protect, especially here, right? You have opportunity to go up 2 possessions. 14 is better than 10, but, I mean, going up 2 possessions is better than nothing. A little duo play. Those duos, a lot of people like them out of these gun formations. Gets right downhill, kind of power blocking without the guard pulling. Very, very nice to see, especially 3rd and 3. This is where you might get into some more gadget stuff, and this is the first time we're going to see Decroft audible into the tray offset, one of people's favorite formations this area of the field. I'm looking some super horizontal right here. Let's see, does he go? Yeah.
Back to passes, Cam. Looks, right side, tough throw. The safety was closing down, but somehow Cam Newton fits that into the tightest of windows. It's 1st and goal for Decroft.
Yeah, that catch in traffic was huge. Probably was going to end up settling. 1st and goal.
Is that Steph Diggs with the catch?
I think so.
Yeah, that's Steph Diggs.
Decroft told me
You're young enough to know who Steph Diggs is.
I've heard of him. I've heard him around.
Yeah, okay.
Decroft told me the reason he was in the Oregon playbook for a while, but he switched to Michigan. It's for this red zone right here. This is what I'm curious what he ends up doing. Gonna actually check down.
Gonna go to wing tight, single back wing tight U.
Really, he's gonna get
not gonna be able to audible anything. He's gonna have to snap this. 4 on the play clock. Great shed on the outside. And the stop on 1st and goal, he actually loses 2.
Yeah, pushing them back. They'll take it to the end of the 1st quarter as well here, Nick. 7-zip for Decroft.
But he is knocking on the door, looking to go up by 2 scores as we hit the 2nd quarter of play.
Yeah, I got to stick in this very heavy formation. I'm curious, he told me he liked the gun wing tight, so we'll see if he sticks in it or if he ends up checking down into single back. I'm curious.
I love this play.
See what's happening right here.
I love this play. Zone option, pitches it out. Alvin Kamara, high step, lots of space, into the end zone. Decroft opens up a 2-score lead.
And some there we just saw Decroft's coaching adjustments. He has that ball carrier on conservative, just making sure he can't fumble, can't do skill moves, but no fumbling either.
Kick is up. It is good. It is 14-0. Decroft with the lead. You know, Siv, I feel like we need some help here. Yep. You know, none of us here on the desk have a Heisman Trophy.
I don't.
I actually don't either. But you know who does? The 1991 Heisman Trophy winner. Let's welcome in Desmond Howard. Desmond, thank you so much for hanging out with us. I will let you know that I'm an Ohio State fan, and I'm very sad right now. So I've seen that smile a lot the last 4 years, my friend.
yeah, it's been a little tough sledding for you guys.
Not a little. It's been a lot tough sledding.
A lot of tough sledding. This past one might have been the worst tough sledding.
Thanks, Siv. I don't need to hear it from you.
Great time, brother.
You're getting it both ways. Yeah.
Well, he's a Lions fan, so you know.
He's a who fan?
He's a Lions fan. He's a Michigan guy. Went to Western, so I've got the double Michigan duo going on right now.
Yeah. Go, it's Kalamazoo, right?
Yes, sir. Go Broncos.
Yeah, love it up there. Go Broncos, yes, sir. Yeah, well, hey, go Lions, too, because I'm pulling for the Lions, man. They broke my heart last year when they were in the NFC Championship game. Boy, oh, boy. I think, but at halftime, they thought they had punched their ticket to the Super Bowl, you know?
This is a tough one out there. It's 2nd and 4 as Balla tries to come back in this game. And Desmond, I'm curious, what's the experience like? You know, take it back to 1991. You're on that stage. You've been awarded the Heisman Trophy. That had to be an experience like no other.
Yeah, I mean, it's as good as it gets at that point in your career. You know, for college football, that is like the biggest moment outside of any type of team goal that you can set as far as winning the national championship, Rose Bowl, etc. But individual goals, and I didn't expect it. Like, I mean, going into the season, I didn't, because I mean, I was, back in the late 80s, early 90s, Michigan didn't throw the ball. I mean, it's three yards in a cloud of dust. So it's not like I expected it going into the season. But to end the season up in New York at the DAC and winning the Heisman was kind of surreal.
How did you manage to get 19 receiving touchdowns in an era where nobody in the Big Ten was throwing the ball? Listen, I grew up watching that era. It was 3 yards in a cloud of dust. You end up with 19 receiving touchdowns, really set the standard in 91. I mean, you had to have, did you bribe the coach with some, like dinner or something to get him to throw you the ball?
You know, the thing is, the beauty about it is we didn't change our offense at all. You know, we still was primarily an I formation, run the ball in between the tackle style of offense. But every now and then we would throw it. Now, when we changed coaches from the legendary Bo Schembechler to my man Gary Moeller, who was his offensive coordinator, Gary threw the ball a little more, but it's not like we were a wide open spread the field, open passing attack type of offense. We still were primarily a run the ball first style of offense. It's just a matter of just taking advantage of the opportunities when they presented themselves.
Desmond, let me ask you, here we're going to see a lot of people on 4th down they're willing to go for. We're not going to see much punting. We might see some field goals, stuff like that. Are you more of when you played, were you more someone who 4th and short, you want to keep the offense out there? You kind of understand maybe playing the field position game a little bit more? What are your thoughts on that, especially when you played?
You know, that's a great question because my Heisman campaign, actually, it was jump-started on the 4th and inches play. So it's 4th and inches against Notre Dame, home game for us, and you know, Gary Moeller had a decision to make. Everyone thought we would run the ball. You know, we came out with single receiver set. I was the lone receiver on the right side, and it was 4th and inches. Everybody, oh yeah, of course, this is Michigan. They're going to slam it up in there. And Gary Moeller actually called a pass play. And I caught the ball in the back of the end zone. I laid out horizontally and caught the ball on the tips of my fingers and pulled it in. And at that point, I became like a legitimate Heisman candidate. Now, it's probably not on the newsstands nowadays. I have no idea. But Sports Illustrated.
Yes. It was a magazine back in the day. I'm sorry, Siv. He's born in 2000. He has no idea.
Little magazine action.
Yeah, exactly. And so I was smack on the cover of Sports Illustrated right after that game.
As we go back to the ground game. Now, this is D. Croft with the ball up 14-0, utilizing this ground game, milking the clock. This is clock management to its finest.
Yeah, I mean, this is an area where I feel like a lot of these guys actually super excel with, where D. Croft wants to make sure no matter what, he can kick 3. He knows that he'll make the field goal probably. So you can go up 3 scores. D. Croft just wants to make sure the baller can't get the ball back right here, right? Make sure the baller goes into halftime with just a big fat 0 on the scoreboard. D. Croft really just milked it. Baller's got 2 timeouts. We got 1st down, so it's going to be tough for Baller to get the ball back. Biggest thing here, you just can't force something down. No one-on-one balls, no throws into traffic. I actually like a run call right here. Just keep the clock going.
As we get down to buck 9. Now, Desmond, is this something, you know, as a wide receiver, would you want this ball to be put in the air? Would you want a chance to go up and put 6 on the board? Or are you happy watching your running back just milk this clock away?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you don't want to do anything that may put your team in jeopardy, give the other team any type of life. So you want to just run the ball down their throat, milk the clock, and at this point, going to halftime with a nice two touchdown lead.
We're under a minute to play, 2nd and 12. Cam Newton at the helm as he's back to pass, steps up, throws it underneath. How about the step up and throw? Stephon Diggs. Des, I know you're a Big Ten guy. I'm Stephon Diggs at Maryland. I think he went under the radar at how good he was.
Yeah, I agree with you. He was a talent, and you see it now in the NFL. You know, probably a little, I don't know, maybe some NFL scouts might have thought he was kind of undersized. You know, he's not a big receiver by any stretch of the imagination, but very effective. Great route runner, excellent hands. And what I like about him the most is he's just a fierce competitor.
Mm-hmm. You got to love this. This is be old school. 3 tight ends, solo receiver to the left side. He's going to go Alvin Kamara, stretch run, and he'll fall down at the 1-yard line. That's something that probably rarely went through the minds in college football. In the first half, is falling down at the 1. You're asking him to take it into the end zone every time, but here in college football 25, that clock is so important, so he'd rather take the time off the clock.
Yeah, I don't even think he wants to score right here, even if he gets the opportunity to. I think this is going to be almost like just a dead play where it's just whatever. Milk that clock underneath 15 seconds, ideally. Just give Baller no hope going into half.
Newton, stretch run, right side. Kamara stopped at the 1, 2nd and goal. Nice little shed.
Big play. Big defensive play right there.
And this is where it's getting dicey. This clock running down. We actually see a timeout here from D. Croft. So 12 seconds left. I mean, again, you got to think, Des, being on the field here in College Ultimate Team, if you had Cam Newton, Alvin Kamara, and Stephon Diggs on one team, you could really do whatever you want at that point. There's so much talent here in Ultimate Team mode.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the Ultimate Team mode, man. You have some of these combinations as far as quarterbacks and receivers and running backs you never ever thought you'd get an opportunity to play with. So that makes it fun.
Yeah, as it was Alvin Kamara, how about 3 touchdowns on the day? D. Croft, the wheels on the bus are going ground and pound right now.
Dude, the big thing, the only thing for Baller right now is getting ball at half. You score. I'm always a believer, once you get that within 2 possessions, there's always a little bit of life, especially 2 possessions, 3 timeouts, long game. But you come out of half, if you're able to find a way to get 7 on the board. 3 is I think 3 is out of the question. I don't think we can settle for 3.
Yeah, you got to get 7s on the board. 10 seconds left. Do you take a shot here, Siv?
Yeah, you absolutely take a shot. You absolutely, especially college football. Yeah.
Look at these wide splits. I mean, this is Josh Heupel at Tennessee. This is that veer and shoot. He goes to the handoff, had a light box, gives it to Kamara, trying to make something happen.
Yeah, I'm curious, he might be able to, he's going to get the spike off. Oh, no, he's not. Never mind. Okay. Take us in the half, 21-zip.
21-0 at the half. We will kick this one off as we go to halftime. It will be Balla getting the ball to start the second half. That's huge, down 21-0.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely massive. I'm curious if he ends up taking this out or not. Some people, no, he's going to just call it good, take us to halftime.
Halftime here, semifinal number 1. It is 21-0. D. Croft with the lead. Still 10 minutes to play here from the Nissan Heisman House Challenge. Desmond, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with you in the third quarter. For D. Croft, he is looking to continue this momentum and make his way to the finals. We got to take a timeout and head on over to our man Eli Mack for a Mack Minute.
Hey, man, it's your boy Eli Mack. We are here with the Mack Minute. Now, look, bro, the energy in here is electric, bro. It is so intense. And right now, bro, I called my dog D. Croft the silent assassin. He came out here and went for it on 4th and 7. That 4th and 7 play led him to a touchdown. He is playing just like your boy Eli Mack will play, bro. Hey, on 4th down, we're not doing no punts, no field goals, none of that. You feel me? So that was super dope. And then after that, he came and got a pick, an intercepted little baller. And I honestly think he's just sucking the life out of him at this point, bro. The score is 21-0 at half. Hey, Lil Baller got to go a long way to try to, get back into this game. But it is college football 25 where anything can happen. I've been down 35 points before and I came back, you know what I'm saying? Hey, maybe they should put me out there so I can try to win that Nissan Kicks, you feel me? But yeah, man, all to say the game is not over yet, bro. Absolutely insane, man. Let's see what happens next. I'll see y'all in a second.
Second half action.
Okay.
D. Croft and Balla getting ready to go. It will be Balla with the ball to start the second half. Really dominant first half from D. Croft, Siv.
Yeah, I mean, Baller couldn't get anything going on the offensive side of the ball, especially now. But my fear for him is that he wants to be a little bit more RPO heavy. He wants to be willing to run the ball a little bit. You don't really want to do those things when you're losing by 3 possessions. You need to be able to push the ball down the field a little bit. What I'm curious about, though, because he does seem like the type to maybe have something like this, is something just to be able to bomb over top, something that D. Croft hasn't seen before.
We welcome back in 1991 Heisman Trophy champion, Super Bowl champion as well, Desmond Howard joining us for the third quarter as it is Balla with the ball down 21-0. Des, I have to ask, and it's going to hurt me to ask, but I'm going to do it because I'm a journalist. I can ask these questions. You hit the Heisman Trophy. You hit the Heisman Trophy on the end zone against Ohio State. Okay, I'm curious, was that pre-planned? Was that spur of the moment? Did you know it was going to hurt me for 34 years?
Well, let's answer the last question first. I had no idea that you would hold on to that feeling for 34 years. I mean, no. But you gotta let it go at this point, But no, it was spontaneous. I actually wanted to do a backflip into the end zone. I thought it would be the coolest thing ever. But being this, I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, born and raised in Cleveland, so it was like, this is a very special game. And if I get into the end zone, especially if I break out in the open, I would love to stop like maybe at the 1 yard line and do a backflip into the end zone. I thought it'd be the coolest thing to do. And as I'm running down the sideline, I pretty much chickened out. Like I'm going back and forth with myself. Hey man, do the flip. Don't do the flip. Yeah, do the flip. If you mess up, you'll be on SportsCenter for the wrong thing. So I kind of chickened out, and I just spontaneously did that pose.
I like that he had so much time running down the field.
Like,
He was saying, I get to think
do?
about the celebration, that there's not a soul going to tackle him on the punt return. 3rd and 10 here for Balla.
Yeah, man.
Cam Newton back to pass, looks underneath. Completion and a first down. That's the Georgia Tech yellow jacket. Calvin Johnson with the catch. And now as we get down here, did you find yourself, I know how much breakaway speed you had at wide receiver. Did you like working down here as you get towards the red zone where it's a little more nitty gritty? You had to fight through, especially in the 90s, through some contact more. Did you like working down here or did you like the more open field?
Man, that's a really good question. I enjoyed both, and like when I saw the punter for Ohio State, that's when I started to contemplate what I was going to do when I got closer to the end zone. So those were fun moments. But you know, in football, you spend a lot of time in the red zone, like preparing for the red zone. We call that the money zone, right? And that's one of those practice periods that you take very, very, very seriously. So you know that this is the area that can get you paid and the area that's going to help you win the game. So it's like laser focus once you're in the red zone.
And he is now officially in the red zone. A little handoff there, gets the 19-yard line.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if he keeps on going. He just went to the run. I wasn't sure if he would. I like him, at least inside the red zone, to kind of sticking to his original game plan. You don't want to veer too far away from things, even though you are losing by 3 possessions.
He looks underneath. He's got Calvin Johnson. Boy, is that not the most Calvin Johnson catch ever? In traffic, fighting through tackle. You cannot bring that man down.
No, and he ran my favorite route in the game, too, which is a return route. I love it. It's like basically a backwards zig, a little reverse pivot into the open field. Super tough for the AI to defend, for even user defenders to stay up with it. Desmond, when you played, did you have a favorite route you liked running?
Man, I tell you what, in the red zone, because the field has shrunk so much, I like to run a post corner because they don't expect that because you don't have a lot of room. So if you run a slant, they think okay, it's a slant. But then if you break back out to the corner, then most times you're going to lose a defensive back because they are really sold on that slant route because everyone runs it in the red zone. So I would love running that. It's like a slant corner route, and out in the field it's called a post corner, but you kind of shrink it down a little bit in the red zone. It's called like a slant corner.
Okay, what are your thoughts on both for yourself when you played and also just watching it, kind of the back shoulder fade one-on-one to the sideline? You get inside that 5. I know there's a lot of debate of whether or not people like it.
It's a good throw or not.
Yeah, a lot of people. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, they didn't throw that ball when I was.
There weren't a lot of back shoulder fades.
Toss it up to you
in '91.
Yeah, it was just a fade. It wasn't like a back shoulder. I think, I really think what happened was a lot of quarterbacks they threw the fade, but they threw it short and they couldn't get it to the receiver, especially down the field.
What a step up and throw.
Yeah, that was a nice play right there. Nice play. Look, hey. Ball is on the board now.
It's not over yet. There's a lot of time left.
We got a game, man.
I told you.
Only 2 minutes left in the third quarter. 2 minutes left, so that's good.
No, once that game gets within 2 possessions, I feel like it's always wide open until literally the final seconds, just because anything can happen in football.
That was great patience, though, from Balla, because he had to step up. He had a little mesh concept with that sit route between it. Had to wait for those routes to clear out, steps up with Cam Newton, delivers a strike. 21 seconds. He's got to find some defense at some point, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, he has to get a stop now, though. I mean, these quarters are only 5 minutes, bro. This one's damn near over. There's only 2 minutes left in this quarter. The thing he cannot allow D-Croft to do is milk the clock with the running game.
And so that's where sometimes offenses run into issues. I'm curious how D-Croft does, because you get into the situation, you almost you almost base your offense around trying to milk the clock.
And you can get too conservative.
You get away from what you want to do and kind of what got you to this situation, I feel like.
No, you're right about that. That's the worst thing an offensive coordinator can do in this situation. But at the same time, you don't want to give them the ball back with significant time left in this third quarter, because right now they have a lot of momentum.
No, absolutely.
It's looking a little bunch formation, solo receiver short side. Newton back to pass, 2nd and 10. Steps up, delivers it to the drag route.
There you go. Hit this.
And there's Steph Diggs. Steph Diggs once again.
Yeah.
That's sort of the middle ground.
Man. He's reliable, bro.
Yeah, and that's sort of the middle ground. Listen, you're going to want to run the ball, keep the clock moving, but those little drag routes, flat routes, you can almost get a run play out of those easy completions underneath.
That's right. It keeps the chains moving, bro. That's all you want to do. Keep the chains moving and keep the clock ticking.
It is Newton back, bunch to the wide side, solo receiver to the left. He will hand it off to Kamara. Great run stick from deep, breaking tackles.
Great run.
And every first down, another 2 minutes or so off the clock. Each time he moves the chains.
Each one of these first downs, Des, has to feel like just a little more energy draining for the defense as you're going to watch more and more clock come off.
No, absolutely. No, you're right about that. You wonder now, what is the defensive coordinator thinking now? They're going to try to put another man in the box to stop the run. And so it's going to be really interesting to see how they play this last 30 seconds of this third quarter.
Hands it off. There's Kamara right side. Little bounce outside. Good contain, though.
There you go. Good job. Great job.
Big thing here, too, is just keep a Decroft out field goal range. Once you get to field goal range, I mean, assuming you're able to make the kick, which is – field goals are hard in this game. Field goals are hard, but you just can't let this game get into field goal range because 17 possessions or 3 possessions, just tough.
Yeah, and he's going to be able to take this all the way down. Those first downs so crucial for Decroft. He's going to be able to take this all the way to the fourth quarter. Put your 4s up in the chat. 4s up. Desmond's got his 4. I got my 4s up. This is as good as it gets. Fourth quarter, Decroft and Balla. 14-point game. Balla needing a stop.
Yes, sir.
Same bunt. I mean, Decroft just, I mean, you're going to see him go back to the same plays pretty much over and over, just trying to wait for Balla to stop him. And that's what you can't do, though, if you're Balla. At the very least, like, look, routes are going to get open, especially someone like Decroft. We're not sending much pressure, but we can't be giving up the easy. Like, that's easy. Anybody can throw that.
That is easy. As we head to this fourth quarter, we're going to say thank you to Desmond Howard. We're going to catch up with him in our second semifinal. My friend, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We'll catch up with you a little later.
Yeah, guys, thanks for having me. Look forward to seeing you in the next game, too.
Of course. Desmond Howard, Heisman Trophy winner, hanging out with us. Again, between the three of us, we have 1 Heisman Trophy. That's pretty cool.
That's not bad, dude. That's not bad. We'll see if it will split it 3 times, but ship it around.
3rd and 3, play clock down to 1. Newton stepping right, throwing right, has a man, inbounds. He'll step out of bounds. That's another first down for Decroft. Hey, I don't know how you feel about this, but I know my favorite dessert, especially when I'm killing the clock, it's a little milk and cookies.
Little milk and cookies. That's what he's doing right here. I'm expecting now. Decroft was a little lenient to pass the ball on second down before, right? He's kind of willing to just burn first. Well, right here, big gain, so it doesn't even matter. He's kind of willing to burn first down, though, with a run play, not even really caring too much. I think second and 2, I'd be surprised if he passes the ball again. Just no reason to risk anything. He's got the coaching adjustments, ball carrier on conservative. Unlikely he fumbles. I don't want to say 100%, but it's like 99% he can't fumble. And he's going to go run the ball again.
I'm curious, what do you think right now? Obviously, college ultimate team. You know, I know a lot of people out there playing race, but I love playing cut and seeing the new players that come out each and every week. As Kamara can't pick it up, what do you think right now is the most impactful ability in the game? Those abilities such a big part of college football.
Yeah, man, I got a lot of feedback actually directly from the players on this because it was a question I cared a lot just asking them. And, you know, one that actually stuck out to me was that a lot of them are using workhorse on different players, like their halfback, like their QB. And what workhorse is going to do for you is there's a new feature inside of College Football 25 called wear and tear. And when your player takes a couple hits, especially a QB trying to get the ball off, gets sacked a couple times, maybe just hit after he throws, that wear and tear is going to take effect and lower his ratings, whereas workhorse is actually going to counteract that and just let your best players kind of be at their top throughout the game. I think that's an underrated, super important ability, especially for 1 AP.
Well, he does put the ball in the air. Doesn't get the completion, 4th and 1.
Gotta kick this. I was gonna say.
This is one that is 95% of the time is go for it. It's 1 yard. But when you're up by 14, 3 minutes to go, making it a 3-score game, it might just put it out of reach. The kick is up, and it is good. Decroft and the Longhorns taking a 24-7 lead over Balla.
Yeah, 3-score leads everything, right? Because now you're into the territory of, like, you almost need 2 onside kicks, so you need 2 crazy things to happen. Only thing, again, trying to be glass half full right now for my guy Baller. 3 timeouts, 17, so you could, like, you don't even actually hate settling for 3 early here if you cross midfield fast. You do have that 2-minute warning, which is kind of like a 4th timeout.
Excuse me, sir, it's not a 2-minute warning. It's a 2-minute timeout.
That 2-minute timeout.
It's college football,
the 2-minute timeout at the 2-minute mark. There's some life. It's going to be tough. But, hey, you can't have a great...
We've seen stranger things, especially in a wide-open game like college football.
You can't have a great comeback without being down by a great amount. Like, here we go.
Okay, so it's fumbling the ball what you want to do?
Scooping it and gaining 2 yards isn't bad.
Balla ends up... I have no idea how he ended up with that.
I have no clue, actually. I thought that was... Genuinely, that was GG's. I was gonna stop being glass half
You're
full.
about to be like, a great comeback doesn't start. Oh, if you
Great
fumble the
comeback
ball, the
cannot
comeback
happen if you give the ball to the other team.
Yeah. Second down and 8. We're under 3 to play. It's Newton back to pass underneath. A little dump off. Now, you see that little snowflake next to Cam Newton's name. That's the momentum here in college football 25. And you'll actually see players start to play worse when the momentum is worse.
Yeah, no, it can definitely play a big factor. It really just affects your ratings, right? And so right now, Cam Newton probably gonna have a little bit lower speed, lower throw power, throw accuracy stats, and Decroft's user's just getting busy in the open field right now.
And he's so happy giving up these 3-4 yard
he doesn't
passes.
care. He doesn't care at all. I actually, we saw at the beginning of the second half, Baller took a couple deep shots one-on-one. At this point for Decroft, I don't want to say double cover dudes, but you just want a lot of dudes back. So in case he takes that deep shot to that fade on the ISO side or even tries going to the bunch side, you just want that almost double cover. Get 2 guys in the vicinity, try breaking that pass up. He wants to throw return routes, drags, ins, outs, whatever. Cool, who cares?
4th and 4. This is your ball game. If he doesn't pick this up, this game is over. Newton back to pass underneath, throws it into double coverage, gets baptized like a Sunday morning, and we're going the other way. Decroft just sealed himself a spot in the final.
Yeah, I mean, that's GG's right there. Great defense from Decroft. He's been all over him. The passing game, again, for Baller to have a chance, I felt like in this game, he was going to get put into different passing situations that he had to convert on. He just wasn't able to at all. We're going to get to, he's going to burn a timeout early. So I do respect Baller right here, still fighting. I'm a believer you fight until that whistle, the final whistle blows.
A little Smash Mouth reference?
Yeah.
You don't know who Smash Mouth is?
Not the band?
Yeah.
I'll
said
start.
I'm a believer.
Oh, did I? I didn't even see that. Nice. Yeah, I set that up actually.
I was about to be so mad if you didn't get a Shrek reference. You've watched Shrek, right?
I've watched Shrek a couple times.
Thank
1,
you.
2. Donkey. Anyways, a little stretch run.
Is that Mike Myers or Civil with us? 2-minute timeout, 2 minutes left in this game. 17-point lead for Decroft. You know, if there was any question whether his experience in Madden, running that more Madden-style offense, was going to come to the college football game, was it going to translate, he removed all doubt.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's dominated from start to finish. Again, the worst he played, actually the best, it was the first, 3 plays.
The first
where it
3
was
plays.
Whoa, wait a second, Baller might be kind of hooping out here. No, ends up picking up that big 4th down. And, I mean, that's where football is so crazy. You pick, imagine something crazy happens on that first 4th down. Who knows, but kick up, kick through.
27-7.
Yeah, tough spot.
Here's where I'm curious. You're already up 3 scores. This doesn't make it a different 3. It's still 3 scores.
Right.
Do you go for it on 4th and 1? Knowing that you're still up 17, knowing you pick it up, you can kneel it out and we're done.
Only reason I'd say no is because there is a little bit more of a percentage chance that if something crazy happens, you only need 3 to be able to come take the lead back. And now you're forcing him to have to score 3 touchdowns to take the lead as opposed to 2 touchdowns and a field goal. But there ain't really no right or wrong. I mean, he could kneel the ball right there.
I like that he comes out, what is this, 3-3, comes out cover 3 drop. I mean, just gonna.
Yeah. And you see that he's in that cover 4, right? So if he takes that deep shot, the sideline, the inside safeties in those inside quarters, you're gonna do a good job of helping play that. Just get double coverage,
And then the user's
basically.
back there. You'll give up that angle.
Yeah, who cares?
Kamara, first down.
Who cares? I'd even bet if he keeps going to that same route combo, Decroft's in the same defense, we're gonna see that end up getting played by Decroft's user. It looked like he was a little bit behind.
Not Alvin Kamara.
Out
of that, what is it, the Black Friday Store Rush program has been great for both players, kind of been the major part of the offense. Another angle route, another first down for Balla.
He's moving a little bit right now. Again, 20, so you got to get 7. No settling for 3 quickly. Already down to 1 timeout. I'm down to see a couple onside recover this game, I can't lie. I would not mind. Going back, same route. That deep curl route's cool. It's just what he threw a pick on earlier, but it is a cool route to R1.
Newton takes a hit from behind, holds onto the football. Always dangerous when you run with the quarterback and start taking hits.
Right, and that's why a lot of these guys are using that workhorse ability I mentioned earlier, just because they are willing to take, because in Madden, you'd get, you're a high fumble chance in that situation. College football, you're not gonna fumble as often, but there is wear and tear, and that you don't want wear and tear on your most important player. Even taking a hit like that.
That was a big hit on the sideline.
Yeah, even that right there, you almost want to get out of bounds a little bit quicker just to avoid that wear and tear on the QB. Again, this situation, not as big of a deal, but first quarter, avoid the hits. The same why he's going fast here too, 35 seconds. A little drag underneath. See, this is why I would have liked to see earlier out of him trying to hit just quick right there, because he got the ball out fast right there.
You do, I mean, again, these guys play so many games,
right?
Especially his experience, Balla's experience on the cut leaderboards. But you do get into, you sometimes get suckered into trying to make the big play.
Yeah, no, sometimes, in these situations, just can be tough.
Hit as he throws, it's an incomplete pass. 2nd down and 10 as we close out just our first semifinal. We got another semifinal coming up. Dimes and Dior. I can't wait for that game.
No, I mean, Dior, dude, I just want to see what somebody who's played 2,000 games, what he looks like.
How many games have you played?
Not 2,000.
Okay,
not 2,000. I think there's only 2 zeros in mine. I have yet to hit that comma mark, I don't think. We'll get there soon, though. Maybe I'll start repping with him.
22 seconds left in the ball game. 3rd and 7. Newton back to the shotgun. Wide bunch, left side. Solo receiver wide right. The custom stemming, newly added to the game, really has changed the creativity these players can go with. It's Newton. Back to pass. Hit as he throws. He finds Megatron underneath. It's a first down. Clock moving, though. It'll stop to reset the chains. 15 seconds, 14 seconds. Touchdown. Looking for a touchdown for posterity at this point.
You score, you onside it?
Well, now the clock's down to 6. 5, 4. He'll get into the end zone, put double-digit points on the board. Hey, pride is everything here, and Balla put up 2 touchdowns on one of the best Madden players in the world.
Yeah, no, and both of his touchdowns actually came right up the middle, and I'm curious, just foreshadowing a little bit, we have 2 dudes coming up later who D-Crop play the winner of, who are willing to get their quarterback involved a little bit, and I don't know, just 2 touchdowns against D-Crop, both on QB scrambles, right up the middle.
And you know what? I think D-Crop recognizes that and sees that and is going to take that. Even some people might turn off their brains when they're killing out a game. You know D-Crop remembers every single play.
No, absolutely.
It's handshakes, it's knee-knees, it's GGs. We have our first finalist here from the Nissan Heisman Trophy, Heisman House Challenge. It is none other than D-Croft, a dominant first half, and then he used that clock so effectively in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, he just took it, like, as soon as you get out to that early lead, and Ballers just had to start kind of forcing the ball a little bit more on offense, wasn't able to stick to his game plan. It just gets tough, dude. I felt like if Baller was going to win, it was going to have to be a real, like, kind of scrap-it-out type of win. Just got to wait early. It's just tough to come back from that.
And look at him.
My boy,
I mean, can we just get some images like that for us, and we can stand
right,
back?
that's what
I'm not saying we gotta play.
You feel me? Like,
as we take a look at some highlights here, this was the 4th and 7, huge pickup. Eli, I saw your reaction off screen. That was a big play.
Yeah, that was my favorite play of the game right there, man. That 4th and 7. You got to understand, bro. I said Eli Mack does not punt the ball on 4th downs. I don't do field goals, and hey, my boy D-Croft just showed why that is the best method.
It's crazy to talk about a 7-0 game and a game changer. That pick right there, a guy like D-Croft who moves the ball so effectively, goes to the load option. It's always scary when you got to pitch the ball in the red zone. That one was on the money.
I was scared about that play. Just 'cause you're in the red zone, you're so deep into their territory. It's like those speed options, just like, they're scary sometimes.
Yeah.
You never know.
It was 14-0. Alvin Kamara finds his 3rd touchdown of the game for D-Croft. An answer here.
This was good. This was a really high-level play.
Little bit of a comeback opportunity, but it was slamming the door after a field goal. 4th and 4.
Blanketed.
I mean, nowhere to go, and it was all blouses at that point. Joining us at the desk, the first fight. Sorry, that's another.
Those blouses, man.
It's a Gary Raftery
Come
reference.
on, Hawk. You got to stop with this
It's
old stuff.
This is,
watch basketball.
Golden Girls.
Come on, bro.
Welcoming us at the desk, it is none other than D-Croft. Hey, man, congratulations, my friend. Great win here in round number 1. Talk to me a little bit about, first of all, picking up that 4th down on the first drive and then able to get a stop on the second drive. How big was that for you?
Yeah, I mean, I had watched him play a decent amount, and he's like a very ball-heavy, or ball-control type of player. He wants to be running the ball consistently. You know, if I get stopped on my first drive, that's an entirely different game. It's going to just allow him to keep running the ball consistently. And I felt good for his runs, but you never want to be in a position where somebody can just, you know, run the clock against you if they can.
Yeah. As we take a look at some of your stats from this game, I mean, you really were dominant on both sides of the ball. The numbers a little skewed because of that last drive to close out the game, but the big one, 149 through the year, 5 for 7 on 3rd down, never faced a 4th down, and that was all you needed. You are somebody who likes to air it out, but you mixed in that run game a lot. How important is that for you?
Yeah, I think for me, it's just I felt like I kind of had control of the game, right? I was able just to consistently have those drives where I was able to, you know, run the ball if I wanted to, I think was the biggest thing.
Yeah, I want to break down one of these kind of big early plays that you had once we get it up here on the big screen here. Let's see it. Can we get it? It's up. We're going to be breaking down. I believe we're going to have 3rd and 13, you've already scored right here, and we can't see it, but all the way over here, we're gonna have that wide bunch. And here's what you were doing. I'm actually very, very interested why you were doing this, D-Crop, because this is a slot corner. He's actually not over top anybody. He's splitting the difference. That was because you want to have him help take away that RPO, yeah?
Yeah, so that RPO is so dangerous, and if he lines up over him, it's very easy for the blocks to get.
Right.
But if he's inside, it's not.
And then he ends up dropping back. Let's run this a little bit right here. Watch this looper coming across is how we're going to apply pressure. And if we pause it right here, this is a far throw. Can we rewind it just a tad? This wide bunch, what's cool, it spreads the field out so much, but look how far this throw is. His curl route, this is a basic curl all the way on the far sideline. This guy, let's get that free hand going. This guy's starting from all the way down here, able to jump all the way up, end up snagging the ball, and I mean, that's a massive play on a 3rd and 13. Just getting behind the chains, making him pass the ball. I felt like he had to convert a lot of these passing situations. I didn't think he had a great kind of scheme to be able to do so out of the situation. Let's see, do we have another play here? No other play. We're going back over here now. There we go.
Do we have something else? No. I mean, what do you want from me?
I threw 2.
I was
curious.
Hey, I saw that frustration too when you almost got that pick 6 on that bubble screen. I never really see you show emotions or anything like that. So that was my first time seeing that, and I was like, okay, he definitely got a little frustrated. How'd you feel on that play?
Yeah, for me, what Civil was just talking about, like I was moving him in just to get that pick 6, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, he's gonna throw this once, right? Like everybody has that read. They want to just see if they can throw it once, and I'm like, please throw it because this is a pick 6 every time. I get him to throw it that one time, it's not a pick 6, and I'm just sitting there like, man, now I have to get another stop on 4th down, which I was able to, but yeah. I wanted that pick 6 on 3rd.
It was a big game, and now you get to sit back, watch this semifinal, and you're in the finals, 1 win away from taking home the grand prize. Congratulations. A great win for D-Crop, but we've got another semifinal coming up. Do not go anywhere. The Nissan Heisman House Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football 25. We'll be back after this.
Come on, rookie, you sleep down here. Is that?
Woo!
Whoa, Reggie Bush.
I lost track of time in there. So, what's new?
Since you asked.
Pretty cool. Anything else? What is he doing?
He's watching the game.
In and out, I get what I need and then I'm in and out. I get what I need and then I'm in and out. In and out, in and out, in and out. In and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. I get what I need and then I'm in and out.
Bro, where is Reggie at, bro? He was supposed to be here a long time ago. Bro, what are you doing?
I'm playing college NCAA 2005. This was the best year.
Reggie,
man.
it is 2024, dog. It is time to move on. This old game, bro. What are you doing?
But this was the best era of football, man. This is when we played for the love of the game right here, man. You don't understand what I'm talking about. USC, Texas, come on, man.
Listen, bro, we got work to do, bro. Get off the game, man. Let's go get to this work, dog.
Let's go.
Tripping, bro.
Finally, some respect for NCAA 05.
Thank
Joining
you,
us
man.
at the desk, 2005 Heisman Trophy winner,
How you
none
doing, man?
other, graduate
Yes,
out
sir.
of USC.
Yes, sir.
It's Reggie
Yes, sir.
Bush
How y'all doing?
with us.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, remember, recent college grabs, kick off your career with $500 cash back towards the lease or purchase of a new Nissan vehicle, just like the Nissan Kicks we have. Right there. It's right behind us. It's right there. Scan the QR code now or learn more at nissanusa.com/college-grad-deals. A great opportunity for the college grads out there. Reggie,
Yes, sir.
welcome to the desk.
Thank you, man.
Don't know why they had to put you next to me. I feel like they had to, I have worked out
Put me to
recently.
the most athletic guy over here.
Over there. Got it. No. I mean, thanks for lying. I appreciate it. First of all, being here, I mean, seeing college football, the video game coming back this year, seeing these players are playing for $10,000. Players making money playing video games. How cool is that? Because these guys are young, but back in our day when we were in college and high school, that wasn't an option. So that's got to be cool to see.
It's awesome to see because we see, just how far video games have come, see just how much the games have improved. And I love just seeing different people competing, playing against each other, the competition, the camaraderie, the rivalries. That's what it's all about. And for us, when I was growing up, like you said, we just played for the love of the game. Like I couldn't wait to get the newest college football game. But that's what it's about, though.
And back in the day, there was no names in that. You had to manually put in, okay, I know it's Reggie Bush. Hold on one second. You guys know nothing. Well, you only played 14.
That was a 14. That was
Yo, Unc, you got to relax with all that, man. You love them old games, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's 2024, man. It's all about EA Sports.
I can't believe you caught him back there playing the game.
I should get a PS2, bro. Where you get that from, dog?
Come on, man. I love the old school stuff, really, and I love being able to play that game, go back to that game, man. That's when college football was fun, man.
It also
make me feel old, bro.
It also helps he was pretty good in that game. Let's point that out.
You was a dog. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, you was good in that, college football game, but in the newer one, I want to challenge you, bro. Let's run it real quick.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
You down?
Yes, sir.
All right, bet. We're going to do that in a little bit, man. Later
on.
Okay.
He
was ready right
I'm
now.
ready for action, though. I'm ready for action.
Okay, we're going to do it later on. Me and Reggie going to run it up.
I got Reggie. Okay, just checking. Let's take a look at our schedule and see what we got the rest of the day. We've already got one finalist. It is D-Croft, a dominant win, 27-14 over Bala. Now we get Dimes and Dior battling it out. The JMU grad takes on the Gator. It should be a great battle. We will know in just about 45 minutes who is in our final. And that's what's really exciting, is to see these guys play it out. And we got to talk to them. I got to catch up with them a little earlier. Such a fun interview. Let's check out what they had to say going into this matchup. All right, semifinal number 2 coming up. We got Dior and Dimes with us. Gentlemen, first of all, I like to start all these with the same question, which is, what does it mean for you guys to be here at the first live event for College Football 25? It seems like this is a historic event.
Yeah, man, this is crazy, especially with college football being away for so long. So I never would imagine when college football was coming out that I would be in a place like this. So it feels special for sure.
And when college football was last out, man, I truly felt like I was one of the best players in the world. I was going head to head with Serious Mo, Big Game James, and I was beating them. And so I picked up Madden because college football stopped. I'm super excited that it's back. And, I'm ready to go do the same thing that I've been doing back then, man, be one of the best.
Dior, for those who don't know you, #1 on the cut leaderboards. You play this game a lot. You grind those leaderboards. Coming into this tournament, do you feel like that sort of accomplishment, being #1 on the leaderboards, does that give you an edge up on the competition?
Yes, I am #1 on the leaderboards, but I wouldn't consider myself the best player in the world. I've definitely played the most games. If you look at the leaderboard, you can probably see that. I've seen a lot. I've had a lot of reps at the game, so that does give me a little leeway when it comes to seeing what other people do. Humans are very predictable, I will say.
So if you beat him, do you get the number 1 spot on the leaderboard? You're going to tell him that you're the champion now? Like, who's number 1 now?
I don't want that. If you're going to use such in a given mood, just give me the dub and you just send me on through. You know what I mean? Because you are so charitable, I'll take that. But no, I mean, if I beat him, I might, dance a little bit. You beat the number 1 player in the world, man. You got to let people know. And this is a game where you get to stick your chest out. And you know how it is, man. You could beat me 1,000 times, but that one time, that's the one I'm going to talk about.
So there's a little bit of history here.
Yes.
Tell me what gives you the advantage, why you're going to win this game tomorrow?
I think that I'm going to win just because I have more reps than him. It was shocked to even see him on this stage. I didn't think that he even had an ultimate team. So I think just the fact that I actually have dabbled in every single playbook on the game.
So you're at 134.
I'm at 134, man. I played everything. I know every scheme, everything you're going to try to run. I've seen it before.
Well, this is not the first time I played the best players in the world. So I'm super excited for the experience that I have in that. And so I'm going to be bringing this to this game. And I'm going to give them everything I got. I'm that old dog that you just can't get rid of.
We've been trying to get rid of you in Madden for years.
Yeah.
You still just keep showing up.
And I refuse. And I was coaching a football team, my son's tackle football team. And I told them, every day there's going to be a wall of resistance. And on the other side of that wall is your best self. All you have is your hammer. You got to knock it down. And when you do it Tuesday, it's going to be back on Wednesday. I take that into everything that I do, and I'm going to keep hitting that wall, man.
Can't wait to watch you two battle it out. It's going to be fun here from the Nissan Heisman House Challenge. We got a great matchup. On one side, we've got Hightower Dior, the New Jersey native. Dude, Siv, 2,000 games under his belt. This man has played more college football than anybody in the world.
I mean, this is the dude I want to highlight, dude, because like you said, 2,000 games it's nuts. And his winning percentage is
swag,
insane.
No, he's talking about the swag right now.
I mean, he can't have the name Dior and not come out all swagged out.
I'm a classic, man.
Wait, hold on. We have to go to our expert, the vibes expert, Eli Mack. How are the vibes? How's the aura?
You know what I'm saying? Drip check. I'm definitely going to give him a solid 9.5 out of 10, bro. Pulling up to play the game looking like that, hey, he's ready to go crazy.
Like he's ready for business.
Real talk.
On the flip side, experience is the name of the game. It is VA Dimes Madden Pro. One word describes him, it's bubblegum. He's going to use the entirety of the playbook, try to use those RPOs.
Yeah, he's not afraid to go to pretty much everything. He told me he wants to establish a ground game, really run the ball, a little RPO action.
Just because Reggie's here, you don't have to like highlight that.
You're going to make me feel good.
Bro, a little something. Nah, he's also got a little experience too. Kind of like D-Cruff, he's playing some Madden stuff, so he's kind of splitting time between both games. And when you're splitting time against somebody who maybe that wouldn't make sense, or maybe it wouldn't matter too much against a lot of dudes, Dior, 2,000 games, it might matter.
Yeah. Experience is always matters.
And then let's just get the aura rating here from the matchup.
Okay, I ain't gonna lie, man. My boy VA Dimes, look, he's good on camera. He know how to talk. I feel like he's gonna be getting into his head a little bit, even while they're playing. Don't be surprised if you hear him chatter and talking to him, you know what I'm saying, talking some smack right there, dog.
I like that.
He seems like the type of guy to do that.
The one thing I loved about it, I asked Dior yesterday, I said, he came in all dressed out, like, why is that? And he goes, you know why? Because this is a business trip. And I love that mindset from him.
Hey, gotta look good to play good. We gotta look good to play good.
Hey, he's trying to get that money on you, feel me? Yes, sir. 10 bands. Hey, all new Nissan Kicks car and the honorary Heisman key, bro. It's gonna be crazy, man.
It's gonna be great. We should bring our players out. Let's start off Madden Pro, one of the guys with the most experience out there. Out of Virginia, JMU represented is VA Dimes.
Hey!
Yeah.
Let's go, let's go.
By the way, big shout out to my guy.
All black. I like the all black look.
Streak
Hoodie.
losses is nasty. We'd have to include that.
That seems like a shot. Why are we throwing out that he lost 2 games in a row? Where'd you lose?
One win streak. How did you lose 2 into?
Was that like backstage? That's crazy. On the flip side, #1 player on the cut leaderboards, 2,000 games under his belt. Bring out the man, the myth, the legend. It is Dior.
Hey, yes sir.
My boy dressed like Tiger Woods.
He's dressed like a coach.
Let's go.
He looks ready out here to talk. Like, that's a man you would listen to a pep talk from.
He coming to call them plays.
Oh, notice too. Current streak 10 wins.
Oh wow.
Putting it together.
Which is crazy because he's played 2,000 games, so doing the math. A 10-game win streak. He's probably won a couple more in a row as these guys get ready to go. Here, the Nissan Heisman House Challenge, 2 wins away from locking up $10K, the honorary Nissan Heisman House key, and that all-new Nissan Kicks. That's a prize. I'd take any one of those to win a game, and you're getting all 3.
Exactly. I'm nervous for them right now, but I can't wait to see what they have in store for us. They both look like they're ready to go. Like you said, 2,000 games, man. That's a lot of experience.
Look, I've been doing YouTube for 5 years, man, and like I'm a Madden YouTuber, and I have not played more than 2,000 games in my career. Honestly, over the course of 5 years, I haven't played that many games, and the game just came out a few months ago.
Let's get this going. A battle. Who will take on D-Croft in our Nissan Heisman House Challenge final? Who will get to compete? We will find out in 20 game minutes. It is VA Dimes. It is Dior. Let's head down the tunnel and get this second semifinal underway inside the Nissan Kicks Dome. It's semifinal time. Boy, Reggie, I gotta feel like these were the moments that you live for, the pressure that makes diamonds.
Yes, man, that's what it's about. You know, pressure reveals character. I've always felt like that, and I've always seen that, man. You learn a lot about a guy when you see him in pressure-packed situations.
The kick is away. It will be Dior getting the ball first.
I love that he's returning it.
Jackson.
Oh!
Jackson!
Oh!
Jackson! Right out the game! 40!
Oh!
20! 15! 10! Yard line, what a start!
Hey, if you had that Reggie Bush speed, that would have been a tough.
It would have been a touchdown 3 seconds earlier is the answer.
I ain't getting caught. I ain't getting caught.
Ooh, man.
How about the start to this game? Momentum, the side of the #1 player on the cut leaderboard. He's got Newton. Newton gives it to Kamara. Kamara down to the 4-yard line. Boy, those kick returns, that's got to get the sideline jumping.
What? Man, I loved returning kicks because I knew the sideline was going to be energized and they were going to just be excited to go in there, whether it was defense, offense, whoever.
Reggie, how do you feel about him staying in shotgun down here? First and goal kind of got blown up a little bit.
Yeah.
Second and goal here. You like this? You don't like it? Kind of spread out.
I like spreading them out, but you know, one of the things for me as a running back, I don't love running the ball out of shotgun because it limits you as a runner a little bit because you can't really see half the field and you don't have that 7-yard head start. Right? But we've seen this become a theme within college football over the last, decade.
It seems like unless you're at a military academy, you're not running a lot of under center runs.
Yeah,
although I saw Ohio State break out the wing T a couple times. That was kind of nice to see. That was some old school. 3rd and goal. The Auburn Tiger, Cam Newton, you'll see him at the helm of most teams here.
You got to score here. You can't come out of here with just
You
3
can't
points.
get
direct snap.
And it's 4th and goal.
He's got to
be Eli Mack, man, and go for it.
Great defense, first of all. Great defense.
Dang.
I mean, that's got to feel like a little bit of a momentum loser there. You get the big kick return, you only get a field goal out of it.
I think he lost yards on the drive, too.
Yeah, he went back.
Yeah, he went back
2 yards, yeah.
Hey, man, way to show up, in a pressure-packed situation. Especially when he gets a kickoff return like that. But that's a great job showing up, in that situation.
There goes Diggs. Do we got somebody else? I mean, we got one Heisman winner.
I want to bring in another Heisman winner, one of my boys, one of my good friends, Desmond Howard.
He's back.
What's good, brother? What's happening, my man?
What's up, Des? How we doing?
You got it, Reg. Man, I'm doing fantastic, brother. Just glad to have you back in the Heisman house where you belong. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, listen. You guys, when I was watching that kickoff return by Florida a minute ago, man, it reminded me of one of my other favorite players. He was almost as exciting as Reggie Bush, named Percy Harvin.
Oh, yeah.
Who played in Florida, bro.
Yeah, man. Percy was a real deal.
100%, bro. Hey,
Percy Harvin played in Florida like 07.
I saw those highlights.
Look him up.
Percy wouldn't have gotten caught.
No, he wouldn't have got caught. No, not at all. Not at all.
Nah, he wouldn't have got caught, bro. Exactly.
Here we go, 2nd and 2 as we're going to see VA Dimes on offense for the first time. You know what I love is being up here with you guys because between the 4 of us, we have 2 Heisman trophies. And you cannot, the math is true.
Say we ship them around sometimes,
Right.
You can't prove otherwise.
Hang out sometime, take up pictures.
I love Des, what you think about in both games so far we're seeing, both players really trying to establish the run early on. What you think about that?
Yeah, I like that. I appreciate that. I think because the quarters are just 5-minute quarters, you want to control the clock.
Yeah.
You want to limit the possessions of your opponents. I think that's a smart strategy.
Yeah, absolutely. And for me as well, I feel like the same thing, man. Running that football, you're going to establish a certain part of the game where you want that defense to respect the run so that you can draw up some of those play action and deeper throws.
A little
100%.
pause here as these guys get their roster set up. This is a big one, especially here in college football 25. How important is getting speed at all these positions? Because there's speeds everywhere.
Speed kills.
Speed's king. In real life, the same way in the video game, dude. You want speed everywhere, whether it's a blitzer, whether it's a running back, wide receiver. Like, speed is just something you can't teach it. You have to have it everywhere. You need it.
Yep.
as we got 2 Heisman Trophy winners with us here at the Nissan Heisman House Challenge. Now, Reggie, I'm curious, watching where college football has gone and seeing how wide open it is right now, do you kind of feel like, man, if I was out there right now, I'd be killing it?
Oh, what? Man, man, with all the spread offenses and shotgun that we're seeing a lot of teams go to, what it does is it forces the defense to spread out as well. And that is a dream come true for a running back who's seeing 6 guys in the box. You guys
gotta
first down,
understand,
second downs.
You guys know Reggie was like not a running back. Reggie was a weapon. Reggie was a cheat code, bro. He was phenomenal, man. It was such a treat and a pleasure watching him every time USC played, man, because you knew he was gonna do something exciting. So, man, he was a cheat code.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What a matchup. These guys are just getting the game restarted up here, get all those settings right, and we'll get back into our second semifinal. We got Reggie Bush. We got Siv's here too, but we got Desmond Howard over there. Hey, Siv, you're in between them. Like, you kind of feel like we lost a little momentum.
Right here, there's 2 Heismans.
Yeah,
right here.
I'll be over here. That's
but we got 2. I like it.
Whatever. As these guys get going, I'm curious to hear from you, Desmond. You digest so much college football each and every week. Seeing where the game has gone, especially offensively, I think about not just what we've seen from Army and Navy, obviously kind of developing their option game, but then you look out at UNLV, the go-go offense, the creativity these guys are showing each and every week in college football. This has got to be a really cool experience getting to watch this every week.
Yeah, it really is. Just to see where the game has evolved to, especially since I played or since Reggie has played. And I think the game is just more wide open now. It's more offensive friendly, especially when you look at how they're calling the game defensively, meaning how the officials are starting to officiate the games defensively. I mean, you're getting targeting calls now. Guys are getting kicked out of the game. It's not even like, hey, this is a warning or you may miss a quarter. Like, you have these targeting calls now, these personal fouls where if they deem it necessary, you will be ejected from the game. So I say that to say that obviously this is very beneficial to the offense. And you ain't touching quarterbacks in college or in the NFL.
All the rules are protecting the quarterbacks now.
You know what's, for 100%. Me, the other big thing about where college football has gone, how about realignment? USC and Michigan in the same conference. That's got to be weird to see.
It is crazy, and it is definitely weird to see. I'm still adjusting to it because, it's just, I love it for a lot of reasons because USC, when we were at USC, we were always on the West Coast. So we played late games. East Coast
dark.
Wouldn't be able to watch our games. And now this just gives the conference, I think, more exposure. It raises the ceiling of the competition level, right? And then we're seeing Oregon, right, who's at the top of the division right now, which I think is amazing in year 1. So
year 1, they come into the Big Ten and they just walk their way through, no problem, undefeated. Will Howard doesn't know how long 8 seconds is. Whatever, it's fine. I'm not mad about it. The conference realignment, though, we are starting to see. I think you're going to see also, Desmond. We're going to see new rivalries build from this. You're going to see, and I think that's what's really cool is it's no longer geographically centered. We're going to see new rivalries. I heard that laugh, man. I heard it. It's fine. Whatever. Let's keep it light. I'm so happy.
We definitely are seeing.
Bro, listen.
I know both of you.
Man, that was such a big, has there been a bigger blunder in all of college football this season than when this man ran around for 6 seconds and then slid to end the game?
All right, I'm going to go now. Thanks for hanging out. Sybil, you got the show now. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Goodbye, everybody.
Des, let me ask you one question, man, because we're starting to see this trend in college football. The planting of the flag after the games on on the opposing team's field.
Right.
We saw this happen with Michigan, Ohio State, man. Give me your thoughts on that.
It's really simple, Reggie. It's only an issue if the losing team becomes sore losers and they start a fight.
Yeah.
That's the only time it's an issue. It's been happening since the beginning of football, and no one's, made a big to-do about it. But once these teams who are, obviously on the losing end of the stick, they get kind of, they get up in their feelings. Bro, listen, Texas went up to Ann Arbor. Texas beat Michigan in September. Texas planted their flag. no one from Michigan came out there and tried to start like a big fight or a brawl. You took that L, you go on and you prepare for the next week. But when something happens like what happened in Columbus, and these guys, listen, I understand. This is Reggie, this was a $20 million roster that they hand-selected during the offseason for one reason and one reason only, to beat Michigan.
Why is Sybil looking at me? He looked directly at you.
I'm just curious where you're like, what's going on?
That's what that rivalry is about.
You know what I mean? Yeah, so there was a lot of, just pent up anger and anxiety, and these guys were pretty angry because everything that they did, every meal they ate, every weight they lifted, every sprint they ran was guided towards beating Michigan at the end of the season, and they came up short. So then when Michigan did what we've seen all these other schools do, plant the flag, then they wanted to come out there and show the fight that they didn't show in the 60 minutes of that game that they had before Michigan.
You know what the worst part is? I want to disagree, but I can't. Win the game. Win the game. That's all that matters. And I think what's going to be really fun now as we move forward and, getting to watch, now we move into the college football playoff. I love these home games here in the first round of the playoff. That's going to be so fun to watch.
Absolutely.
These guys have home field advantage. You got 4 teams that get to sit at home, and rewarding a team like Arizona State who went out and won their conference. They get to wait a little bit and watch these games.
Listen,
the playoff is going to be fun.
People better watch out for Arizona State right now.
Cam
right?
Scatterbo.
Scatterbo is running through defenses. He looked like mini Mike Allstott out there right now.
Do you know who Mike Allstott is?
Yes, he's one of my favorite players. He's one of my favorite players, bro. I love that dude. I didn't get to watch him live. The highlights, though, he got nice highlights.
Man, listen.
Thank God for YouTube.
One of a kind.
One of a kind. Crazy right now the way he's running the football, man.
Reggie and Dan, I'm curious, both of you guys, you both returned a lot of kicks, a lot of punts. What's it like, especially on punt return? I always felt like that was, I only played high school, so never anything passed, but I've always felt like that was a little scary because it's a split-second decision right before it's either a fair catch, you're taking it. What's going on in your mind right before taking it?
What's going on through my mind is don't drop the football.
Fair.
And
that's good.
Secure the catch first, all right? Then after that, you got to make a split-second decision, literally in 1 second. If there's a guy close enough, am I going to fair catch this or am I going to take off and run? I always like to live on the dangerous side. I like to take every advantage I could and take off and run. Unless he is in my face about to take my head off, I'm taking it, I'm running.
Same question to you, Desmond. What was always going on right before taking a punt return?
Yeah, I agree with Reggie. The first thing you look at as a returner, as soon as the ball leaves the punter's foot, the first thing I'm looking at is the guys on the edges who we call, they're out wide, we call them flyers. So I want to see if the flyer got a free release or not. If my guy was able to hold him up even just for a second or something, then I know I should be able to catch this ball clean. Now, if a guy's coming down, if he has a free shot on me, then I have I got a decision to make, just like Reggie said. And you want to make a big play. Listen, that was Reggie's mentality. That was my mentality. We wanted to make a big play, and we knew that this was a unique opportunity to make a big play in the game to give our team some momentum, with either a big return or a touchdown. So, I concur with everything that Reggie said.
And the one thing we haven't really seen those true great returners the way that we used to see.
It's been a while for sure.
It's been a while since we've seen a returner who dominates in a punt return game and a kickoff return game, kind of like a Devin Hester, right? Or when I played, when Des played. I don't really see that as much anymore. Do you have a guy right now that you're thinking about that does do that? Is a great, returner?
Let me see. So Oregon had a guy in Tez Johnson. Now, Tez may not do it as much now because he's their leading receiver. He got banged up in the Michigan game, got a shoulder injury, and he missed a couple of games. And so I'm thinking because of how valuable he is to the team, I'll be curious to see if Dan Lanning is going to put him back there to return punts in the playoff. But he's the first guy who came to mind as Tez Johnson.
We got the game back underway. Appreciate you guys hanging with us. So they recreate the game. They had to fix the settings. So they literally just got it back to the exact point where the game was. So it's 2nd and 10. Okay. Takes a handoff up the middle. 3rd down and 5. And how about the hurry-up offense? That's something you see these days. Tempo is so important.
Yeah. Now that's something I do love, right? With this, just the new West Coast spread offenses, is that hurry-up tempo, because that applies a lot of pressure to the defense. It doesn't allow them to get lined up and get a play called, and you can really catch them off guard.
Another thing, too, we have dimes on offense right here. He's going to be shifting formations pretty much every single time. He comes down something, usually it's going to be this kind of wide bunch open offset, it's called, and he's going to check into something else. He told me he wants to really try dominating the clock, dominate the ground game. When you're spread out like this, though, you have a numbers advantage here to the right side. Yeah. It looks like he's going to go inside zone, though, and still.
Does go inside zone, hand it off. Not a lot of room up the middle, maybe a yard.
Not a ton of room.
I'd like to see him with that. I mean, you're in this kind of wide formation. You have that numbers advantage to the right. You have 3 receivers, 2 blockers, 1 for a screen. I'd like to see him take advantage of that, or at least try it here early.
I'm not a huge fan of showing your play before you run the play, because I think that kind of gives it away a little bit. You know, and I think from a defense perspective, right, like if I'm playing somebody who's running this hurry-up offense like this, I'm going to have a zone, a man coverage, and a blitz all as an audible that I can just call right away, so that I can neutralize, some of these fast up-tempo plays he's calling.
Right, just try to check into a couple of kind of base sets almost.
He's going to go to this trips tight end formation. One thing I love seeing here, Des, is representing JMU, and I think James Madison, we're learning so much, especially with the amount of coverage we have about these mid-majors, these schools that are coming up and making a name for themselves with the college football playoff. And then you watch James Madison, their coach, Kurt Cignetti, goes to Indiana, leads them to an amazing season. I wonder, when you were playing, I think seeing these smaller schools, was it always a little nerve-wracking playing them, knowing that, there was no room, you go out there and lay an egg, all of a sudden the entire media circus is on you?
Yeah, I think that's always the challenge. You don't have much to gain, and you have a lot to lose. And they have everything to gain, and they're playing with house money. So you want to go out there and play to a standard. I think that's what's important nowadays. It's interesting you mentioned Coach Cignetti, because obviously he went from JMU, and he got Indiana in the college football playoff, and which is incredible because he was able to do it with a whole bunch of players that he brought with him from JMU, and then obviously some guys he got a transfer portal too. So, I told people, so when Ohio State beat Indiana, I said Ohio State just beat JMU with a bunch of transfers added to that roster, because that's pretty much who they were. Yeah, well, and he went out and got Curtis Rourke from Ohio University, the Maple Leaf Missile. I love a good Canadian quarterback out there. Yeah, exactly. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. Shotgun formation. A little RPO action. Cuts it back inside. I'm curious how much, and Red, you both watch a lot of football. Yeah. How many are we looking at out of these shotgun formations? How many of these run plays are really RPOs? Because it feels like all of them, the quarterback has some sort of option to pass the ball.
And it really depends on your quarterback, right? It depends on if you have a quarterback that can run that RPO, run pass option offense, because I think that's extremely important, right? When I think about what Caleb Williams did at USC, he's a true dual threat quarterback versus the quarterback that's there now, Mayava. He's not as shifty, and he's not as much of a threat as what Caleb was. And so you just see a little bit of differences in those offenses. You really need that home run threat from the quarterback position to run a successful RPO.
Well, and as you know, at the University of Michigan, with a guy like Kalel Mullings, they want to get the ball downhill. So they run a much more traditional run package where probably you're not running a whole lot of RPOs.
They got a new quarterback coming in that I just heard about.
Is he good?
It's going to run an RPO for him. They got a guy on the way.
You got to think Coach Moore is licking his chops ready for Underwood to get there.
Absolutely. He can't wait.
Was it ever tough as a running back on RPOs, not knowing before the ball or before the snap if you're actually going to be taking it or not?
Well, I never played with quarterbacks that couldn't run RPOs.
Oh,
I played with Liner.
Liner was
cannot
not known
run.
For the wheels.
He's not.
Fair enough.
You lined up a 40-yard dash with Matt Liner.
Drew Brees wasn't doing it.
You told me Matt Stafford wasn't known as a big mobile guy?
Pull that ball one time.
I don't even know what this is like, man. I wish I had a chance to experience this, bro. I just get a chance to watch it on TV.
Going downhill every time.
So what Reggie is telling you guys that every time he was at the mesh point, He knew.
He was getting the ball.
No doubt in my mind.
That ball was in his belly, and he was taking the ball. There was no.
Exactly.
It was not an RPO. It was an R. Okay, it was just R. Second and goal. Goes that duo play, cuts it out. What great pressure on the interior, shooting those A gaps. It's gonna be third and goal. Hurries back to the line. He's got Cam Newton. Talk about a guy, Auburn, Carolina Panther, a guy who, I mean, he was an actual transformer out there. How do you stop a guy like Cam Newton?
He really was, though, man.
That's a great way to put it. You're exactly right. He was.
Newton scrambling. This is what he does. To the 1 yard line.
You gotta get busy, go forward right there.
We got a little bit of a defensive game going here right now.
Early, definitely defensive.
You ain't kidding.
So Reggie, fourth and goal. I imagine you're just looking at coach being like, ball.
Come on, man.
R.
What are we doing here? Hand me the ball. Let's go.
Stop playing. That's right.
You're looking out at Des like, throw some blocks out there. Make sure that guy doesn't get it. I'm taking the ball here.
See this defense.
So you go bunch over to the right side, solo receiver to the left.
What we got here, huh?
Look at this goal line. What we got? 7 hands on the ground.
I like that.
I thought he'd eat the delay. The timeout says he's going to go for it still. Okay. He just didn't like the look. The defense coming out on the goal line, I think it's 6'2" or 5'3".
He's gonna. It looks like he's coming out wing tight Z. So you're gonna see 3 tight ends,
Wing
1
tight
running back.
Z, okay.
You got a solo receiver wide right. That's Desmond Howard back in 91. Solo receiver to the right, now in motion.
Exactly.
And he's gonna run a little load option.
Oh, he
and
does not get it.
I mean,
wow. That's a big play right there, man. That's a big momentum shift
play.
in a game like this. It's a defensive game to be able to stop him from scoring points. And now you got all the momentum going forward.
they went speed option there.
Right.
Tried to take it with the QB up the middle instead. It's just like he was in 6'2", so it's like you got 6 hands in the dirt.
Yeah.
It's just tough.
RPO, dangerous throw out to the right side. Was looking for that bubble. That had to be.
It's dangerous.
I got to imagine though, as a running back, what was your mindset when you took that ball and you saw either a shed on the interior or somebody shooting the gap? Are you thinking, oh no, or are you thinking, I'm about to put this man on Sports Center?
I'm about to put him on Sports Center. I got to put my foot in the ground. I got to make a move. I'm getting around him. Oh, another great defensive call right there. Almost the interception. That would have been 6 points if he actually caught that.
Yeah.
There's nothing but green grass in front of him.
We're seeing Dior just not able to put the ball in the air at all. And that first play, dude, he threw that little flat underneath. He could have kept it with the QB. Sometimes people forget in the RPOs that you can keep it with that quarterback.
And this is, I mean, and we see it each and every week in college football, Des, is you're in the shadows of your own goalpost, throwing the ball out of your own end zone. It's either brilliant or it's disaster.
Oh, and he's bringing the house, too. I love it.
Hey! Pick 6!
Wow!
Bryce Thornton!
What a play!
Too easy!
What a play!
He put the ball in the air 3 times. Both of them got touched by the defense, that time just for 6.
I would like to apologize to Florida for that. That one's on me. That one's hand in the air. That one's on me. That one's my bad.
Wow. What a play.
Yeah, man.
Man, I love seeing, stuff like that, plays like that. Just energizes the offense, it energizes the team. It gives you so much momentum going forward, and it's demoralizing for the other team as well.
Desmond and Reggie, in that situation where you're backed up inside your own 5, is there like part of the playbook, part of the play call sheet that's designed for that specific area?
Absolutely.
To avoid that stuff?
Absolutely. I had a situation like that. We actually were playing UCLA. I had I ripped off a 70-yard run. But we have plays that are specific for that situation because you don't want the quarterback dropping back into the end zone and then getting flustered or having pressure in his face.
Yeah, I agree with Reggie. That was a horrible series right there for them. I mean, those 3 plays. Yeah,
it was almost a pick on all 3 plays. That's what's crazy is he could have thrown it 2 other times.
Exactly, right.
Empty 5 out. Cam Newton underneath. Little completion. A little underneath. That looked like a little backside dig underneath.
We finally got a little sign of life in that passing game.
If you're Dior, you just got to get back to it. You got to get into rhythm here.
Yeah.
You have to.
I mean, he's played 2,000 games. I think he knows this a little bit, so he's probably been in this situation before. Under 3 to play. Newton to the flat. That one. I like the defense that we're seeing from Dimes. He's got 2 hard flats out there. He's making sure that underneath game, he's going to force him to throw it downfield.
I like how he has his defenders playing close up against the receivers, not really giving them a ton of space.
He's packing the line of scrimmage too. Easily could be a blitz on down, or he could go full coverage right here. This is a tough front to go against. There's a blitz.
Pressure. Nice read, little zig route, little return route. He picks up the first down. Now, Des, I'm curious, as you look forward to the college football playoff, is there a team maybe under the radar that you have your eye on that could make a deep run?
Man, there are a couple of them. I believe Reggie mentioned ASU earlier. You talked about the running back. I think that Boise State is a team that you better not sleep on them. People, you know, I don't know how this, it always comes back to Ohio State some way, shape, or form. But you look at Oregon, they had a common opponent, right? Ohio State and Boise State, and that's Oregon. And it took Oregon 2 special teams touchdowns to beat Boise State. I mean,
that was a good game.
That's how tough that game was. And so I'm like, man, you guys, you know, thought the Ohio State game was tough. Check out that Boise State game. It's not like they were able to just move the ball up and down the field on Boise's defense like they did Ohio State's defense. I mean, they almost have 500 yards of total offense against the Buckeyes, but yet against Boise, they didn't move the ball up there up and down the field the same way. And they had to have 2 special team touchdowns to walk away with a victory.
Big play right down the seam, and now Newton rolling out right.
Oh,
He's
he's open.
Wide open.
Oh, he's wide open.
Oh, so much space. You cannot give a man like Calvin Johnson that much space.
Listen, I played with Calvin Johnson in real life. That man.
Does it matter if he had space?
It didn't matter. It didn't matter. Stafford threw a ball into triple coverage, and Calvin still came down with it. Still jumped over everybody. So it didn't matter.
Yeah, Megatron was a beast.
Was an absolute beat. And I think the interesting thing about both Arizona State and Boise State, you got 2 quarterbacks there. They're going to go. It's Sam Leavitt, Michigan State transfer at Arizona State. You got Maddox Madsen at Boise State. Both of them really come on late in the year, Desmond, it feels like. Is they're, even though you know you've got your Ashton Jeanty, you've got your Cam Scatterbo, the quarterbacks have been pretty solid, especially late in the year, to get these guys to the playoffs.
Yeah, you talk about Sam Leavitt, and the thing about Leavitt was he was actually developing this wonderful chemistry with his wide receiver named Jordan Tyson. I think since week 6, Jordan Tyson was the most productive receiver in the FBS, but he got hurt in the last game, did not participate in the conference championship, which they didn't need him against Iowa State anyway. They blew their doors off. But moving forward, he won't be available to them in the college football playoff, which I still think is going to be a significant loss for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Motion from right to left, down 10-7. Don't want to force it too much here with 2 minutes to go. Still very much a close game. What a battle we have. 2 Heisman Trophy winners with us. Reggie Bush and Desmond Howard taking time out of their day. Floats it downfield.
Nice throw.
First down.
What a touch pass.
Both of these guys using the quarterback's legs, getting outside the pocket, little playmaker up, little dot.
I mean, that's what you want, right? When you got Cam Newton, you want to use his legs. You want to get him outside of the pocket, forcing that defense to be spread out a little bit more and have to defend for a couple more seconds.
I feel like you had a quarterback in Matt Stafford who was so good at working the receivers after the snap and telling them to go downfield. And that's where you can really break defenses. Even though that coverage is good in the first 2 seconds, if you have the time, all of a sudden that's where the big plays come from.
Exactly, and that's what we just saw, right? With Cam Newton, him scrambling, extending the plays with his legs. That's where the game of football is going now with a lot of the quarterbacks, is going towards the quarterbacks who can extend plays with their legs and force these defenses out to cover for 2-3 more seconds.
Second and a yard, pressure right up the
Oh, nice run. Oh, nice tackle.
Des, that might have been the toughest 2-yard run we have seen. He ran about 6 to get there.
He did get a first down.
Now, that's the issue with some of these, like, look how many people are in the box right here. 2 outside backers, 2 middle, 3 in the dirt. It's like you get past that first wave, especially with the blitzes. Oh, my Lord.
Nice,
5 big booms right there.
More lumber than a Home Depot. Good Lord.
Wow.
Great defense.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Second down and 11.
Second 11. How many timeouts? He has 1 timeout.
We got 1 timeout for the Dukes and Dimes. We got 3 timeouts, full complement for Dior. It is Cam Newton in the shotgun bunch right side. Solo receiver to the left. Newton, quick throw out of the backfield. That's the halfback. That's a first down. Yes, indeed. Utilizing those halfback wheel routes, and he will hurry back to the line.
And that's a good throw. He got the ball out of his hands quick. That's what you want, from your quarterback. You don't want him to hold on to the ball too long in that situation right there when the guy's just sitting there wide open.
Back to the ground game. Trying to find some room. Gets 9. I like sort of the call to go to the run, but does have to use the final timeout.
Yeah, he had to use that final timeout there, so that could hurt him in these last 19 seconds.
Yeah, we got to be careful here. A sack here would be really bad. Got to get the field goal out fast.
And now you can't really, can you run it in this situation?
He might. See, the thing is with Dimes, he might. I don't think he.
He's crazy enough to do it, okay?
I hope he does not.
Can you run
First
it
down does give you a little bit of extra time, but.
You better not run this ball, I tell you that.
Devin's like, throw it, please.
Please throw.
there it is.
Return route. Okay, so
go.
Nice.
Stop the
clock will stop as they reset the chain. 6-yard
Okay,
line,
come on, guys,
14
let's go.
seconds.
You practice this every week. Let's
Wow,
go.
he's going
All right.
straight to field goal.
You have time to.
He wants to tie the game up. I mean,
He has time to run a play.
he does have time to run at least 2-3 plays.
Right.
Oh.
Take a shot in the end zone.
All right, 3 seconds,
All right.
2 seconds.
All
Kicks
right,
up.
tie game. Hey, I like it, boys. I like it. We got a game
All
here.
right.
Second half, let's see.
There we go.
Let's see.
Still a second. We saw already one big kick return.
Yeah, man, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's smart. I wouldn't kick it deep again.
Goes Doka.
I wouldn't kick it deep again.
Halftime,
Yeah, me
10-10
neither.
inside the all-new Nissan Kicks Dome. And we go to the second half. You got to love it. It was a 20-minute game. Now it's a 10-minute game.
We got a barn burner.
All right, all right, all right.
As the kick is away, it will be Dimes with the ball. It will be a touchback. And we will hit halftime all tied up at 10. Who knows who's going to face Decroft in that final? Our players take a little swiggle wide, a little swiggle
Stretch some
water.
fingers. Stretch some fingers out,
Stretch
boys.
them out.
Stretch some fingers out, boys.
10-10 the score. We want to give a big thank you to Desmond Howard for hanging out with us these last 2 games. An absolute legend. Yeah, I'm going to let go. There was a lot of slander towards Ohio State, and you know what? It's fair. They've won 4 in a row. Desmond, an honor and a pleasure. I love watching you each and every week. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here at the Nissan Heisman House Challenge.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. You guys doing a fantastic job, and man, it's great to see my man Reg. Man,
Yes,
you guys
sir.
keep up the excellent work.
Absolutely. Good to see you, Des.
Yes, sir.
We will catch up with Reggie Bush a little bit later. Appreciate you
Yes,
hanging
sir.
out at the desk
Appreciate
with
you
us. It is halftime here from the Nissan Heisman House Challenge. 10-10 the score, as these guys will battle it out for who gets to face Decroft in that final. Could be anybody at this point.
No, we got a good one.
Could be anybody. It's been an exciting first half, and I know our man Eli Mack had his eyes on the action. Let's throw it over to Mack for a little Max Minute.
Hey, we are back with Max Minute. Hey, listen, bro, this game is a great one right now, bro. Full of energy. You guys know I'm all about that energy. And first off, one of my favorite plays, I had to get a card to write down all these plays. There was so many crazy plays. The kick return from Dior, making a statement, was absolutely insane. Me, Reggie, and the guys definitely thought that was going to be a touchdown, but, you know what I'm saying, he couldn't get it in. The next play I loved was the VA Dimes pick 6, bro. And you saw he had that energy after it, saying, hey, come here. Come here, I'm here, bro. You know what I'm saying? That was another great play. And one of my favorite plays is also the Dior touchdown to take the lead. And the reason why I like that play so much is because he utilized that playmaker, which is kind of hard to do, man. You got to be a skilled player with 2,000 games under your belt. He's done that a lot, so made it look very, very easy. He was able to get that touchdown. Hey, we got a good game on our hands right now, bro. I don't know who's going to take this lead, but whoever does is going to have to face Decroft. And the winner will be skirting off in that whip and got 10 racks in their pocket. And that Heisman House key, man. Let's go.
I need my guy Eli Mack to do a little negotiating and see if we can't get a piece of those 10 racks, okay? Like, we've done work here.
Something over here on this side, yeah.
He's our aura expert. Can he go over there with his aura and just, you know, hey, man, just
Hey,
throw a little
sweet talking,
little something.
little charisma.
I don't know about it. All right, we got 10-10 ball game. Nick Mazesco-Sybil back with you. Boy, what a treat to get to hang out with 2 Heisman Trophy winners. I mean, it's only down from there for
It's
us.
only down from here. But hey, we got a good game. We got a good game now, thankfully. Here we go.
Bunch to the right side, Calvin Johnson, solo receiver to the left side. User coverage on Calvin. Like right off the get, that was not a linebacker pulling off the zone coverage. He manned him up, usered him, and held on and made sure he couldn't throw that zig route.
That's tough. That's a little bit of that unpredictability you have to have here. I'm curious to see what VA Dimes does. He hasn't really exploited, I feel like, these wide formations that he's going to. Oh, we get to one-on-one though. Let's see. All right, that tells me he's not conservative too. I have not seen his coaching adjustments. Going a little hurry up tempo, gonna audible maybe. He's not. If he's gonna pass far side wheel, yep. Every single time that wide side wheel. Oh, that's not a
underneath
good
it's
throw.
picked off. It's the Penn State legend, Paul Posluszny, going the other way, and it's a turnover for Dior, and that could be the play that changes the complexion of the game.
Yeah, I mean, he just made a pre-snap read right there, and it was just wrong. He thought he was going to have inside leverage. He doesn't have inside leverage, obviously. The one thing he has going for him, though, it's been a defensive game so far. has a return underneath, gonna throw it away, takes a hit with the QB. Both these guys running more aggressive front defenses. So we have the 4-3-6-1 right now on defense. That's what V.A. Dimes is rocking on D. And then on the other side of the ball, when Dior's on defense, he's in 3-4 odd. Now, both these defenses, they're known as being like a little bit more blitz heavy. These guys are both going covered, but look how many people we have on the offensive line right here. Oh, I'm sorry, defensive line. 6 people across. Got that middle backer could be coming. You see him standing in the gap right here.
D-line looking to get some pressure on Cam Newton. He'll split the Boise State back Ashton Genty out of the backfield, 2nd and 10.
One of the best ways to attack the style of defense.
Over the middle, Calvin Johnson, first down, backside dig route for a first.
Yep, super compressed defense. He goes, you know what, let me spread them out, let me go 5 wide. You gotta make good reads if you wanna do that. Dior been a little iffy so far this game, but you gotta play your game. He's played 2,000 of them, so.
He actually probably knows how to
knows.
attack.
You gotta watch the seams right here. This type of defense, you get a little aggressive, tight end seam could be there. He tried it, wasn't there though.
It was actually well covered.
Yeah.
Now again, that's one of those plays where if you bullet that pass, you can actually click on, make a play underneath, because it was over the top coverage. But nonetheless, he gets hit as he throws. He's lucky that one ended up falling harmlessly in the middle of the D-line. 2nd and 10.
See that tight wop again, going to the 5 wide. It says compressed defense. Let me go wide out right here. You might even see a deep out route on the left. There's that pressure.
Trouble, down goes Cam. Jalen McLeod off the edge. 3rd and 14. Another opportunity that we have seen. Big plays. Can they capitalize on it? Had to settle for a field goal off the kick return. Now can he get a touchdown off this interception? It's going to be 4th and 14. He's going to settle for another field goal.
Yeah, I didn't like that throw anyways either. Dime's doing a lot of adjusting, which is actually throwing Dior for a loop here. On 2nd down, he went full 6-man blitz and didn't have a deep zone on the field, I don't think. Kind of caught Dior for a little surprise. Held onto the ball too long. He gets to end up holding him to a field goal. Dang, yeah, both these guys just not able to capitalize. I'm still baffled he didn't score off the kick return.
13-10, and it will be Dimes with the ball. Looking to come back in this game. So if you're Dimes, that's got to feel like a win, Civ.
Yeah.
You throw the pick, you still hold him to a field goal.
I mean, whenever you make genuinely a massive mistake, Dimes to that pick, it was entirely his fault. Like, it wasn't anything else. You love that it only hurts you by 3 points because this drive, you're a play away from taking a 4-point lead. I'm curious, he's going to go back to the run game. Again, you always see that audibling. Staves the bunch to the right. Kind of a lighter front.
And that little carry over the left side.
There's
Travion Wisner out of Texas.
I wouldn't say this about most people, but there's the off chance. I'm curious if he ends up trying to play a little clock game right here. It'd be insane. But he told me go into it that he very much wanted to chew the clock. Because I'm like, let's see. We'll run right there, run right here. Gap shoot.
Up the middle. He gets a first down. That clock keeps moving. Ground game finally getting going as Alvin Kamara comes in. You're seeing him use multiple running backs.
Yeah. To help avoid that wear and tear. Dimes told both of us, Nick, that he has actually a pretty cool watch party going on back home with his wife, his daughter, a lot of the family.
Big shout out to the Dimes family.
Big shout out to them.
Back in Virginia.
Hope you all are doing well. Let's see, bunch right side, 1st and 10.
Got to be so proud watching VA Dimes on the big stage. 1st and 10, down by 3, anybody's ball game. Newton scrambling.
Great switch stick.
Out of bounds, pick up 8. That's what Cam Newton brings to the table.
Right, we're not seeing many design quarterback runs, but both guys are playing pretty good coverage. They're showing blitz, dropping into coverage, and what that's allowing, neither of them are really spying ever. It's allowing Cam to kind of get loose. That's where some of the bigger plays have happened here too. I'm curious if Dior ends up QB spying, maybe sending even a contained blitz potentially. I'm curious what happens. I don't really think I want him to keep scrambling.
Oh, he's got room.
Boy,
there goes Kamara, right side. 30, down to the 29-yard line. He has one of my favorite abilities in the game. That shifty ability to get those quick cuts, get that little acceleration boost.
No, I mean, shifty is literally what it says. Sometimes you have to kind of, figure out what an ability is. Shifty, it makes you shifty. But the halfback right now, you actually see hands on his knees. He's a little tired.
I would be too after. Well, I'd be tired after a 3-yard run. He just ran 30.
And he's going to hand it off. That was actually low carrying when you're like this, so it could be.
They looked at Alvin and went, hey, I know you're tired. You're getting the ball.
I'm going to need you to keep going, all right? Big game right here. Big game.
I know you're tired, but you do realize that we're playing for a lot on the line.
Have some big stakes
all new
right
Nissan Kicks is on the line, okay? I need you to get back out there.
Look at this front right here. You cannot run the ball against this. We have 7 in the box. One backer did back off. In motion.
This is cover 0.
Yeah, that's what he's showing.
No deep safety.
That's what he's showing. Ends up maximizing. I love the protection right here. You got halfback right. tight end left. You got both sides picked up, and he does block it well.
That was really good defense, though. 3 routes out there, and it felt like 4 were covered.
Yeah, I mean, everything was just bagged. Good blocking by VA Dimes. Sometimes, though, the best way to attack those heavy blitzes is to let the blitz come in, just attack right above it, right outside of it.
Run that old halfback slip screen. Come on.
A little slip screen. They have a cool angle screen in this. I'm a big fan of angle screens. You want an easy screenplay, gun trips, halfback angle screen, I think it's called. Pretty good.
Civil.gg. Check it out.
There we go.
3rd and 3.
There we go.
We're going to get the angle screen game plan.
Gameplay right now. 3rd
and 3. And we're going to get a false start penalty. So that comes from trying to do an adjustment too close to the end of the play clock.
Yeah. And, you know, I usually like going 5 wide. I don't mind it, especially getting the halfback out of there. It's just on 3rd and 3, and your name is VA Dime, so you're more of a run-heavy type guy. If I'm playing him, I'm terrified of the run. He goes 5 wide. I'm actually, kind of happy.
3rd down and 8. Left side,
read.
he's got him. Great read. Really good route combo.
He outflanks the flat over there, and he's still staying with that turbo right here, or the no huddle rather. You ever seen that very tight, packed box? We haven't actually seen the blitz come free yet on him. One-on-one, misses.
Diggs, spin move as he makes the catch, picks up a 1st down. Went from a loss on the play to picking up 10.
Yeah, just a missed tackle right there. That's why you want to get dudes one-on-one in the open field, though, because that potential is always there, especially with playmakers like Diggs. Great gap shoot, right up the middle, right up the middle.
The red zone has been tough for both players.
I mean, dude, red zone, just like real football, red zone defines so much, right? And, I mean, here we are, 2nd to go from the 5. But we're finally actually seeing him, though, get up under center. Just going to try to play a little bit of smash-mouth football. I like seeing those backers kind of outside right here. Easy.
He's got it. That is the Stanford legend, Toby Gerhardt, into the end zone. Touchdown. Dimes, he takes the lead.
Yeah, but kind of a walk-in right there. A little power to the left. Oh, there we go. I love that. A little power left side.
I thought you were going to run over there and start celebrating.
Here we go. Here we go. Now, we'll see what Dior, I mean, again, he's been in this situation 2,000 times. 48 left in the 3rd.
And now we will see back on offense is Dior. It has not been smooth. 6 of 14, 156. The defense from Dimes has been really good, but Dior's been able to cash in on a couple big plays.
Yeah, I'm curious, and this is why I wonder, because Dior, I mean, we were talking to the people in the back, and they told us that Dior submitted like 3 or 4 different offensive playbooks that he might choose from for today, and then he's struggling on offense. Part of me is like, you run so many different things, it's tough.
He had X late. He's going to throw it late.
That's a late throw.
That's a tough throw. It's picked off. Throw it in the other way.
Oh,
and
that's
trading defensive blunders. Dimes throws his hands up. His family's got to be going crazy back in Virginia.
Oh, they absolutely are. I mean, just like I get the idea, but again, I said it earlier, you keep on playmaker, you keep on trying to make those extended plays. While they could be exciting, electric, huge plays, they also run a lot of risk right there. And what's the worst part, he had the check down. He had underneath routes.
As he hands off, there's Weisner the other way, picking up a 1st down.
Nick, I've played
youngin.
Again, Dimes been around for a long time. I've been playing for a minute now. I've played Dimes in this situation numerous times where he has ball, he's up.
Not good.
I lost.
Yeah, it's not good.
I lost each time.
There are some guys, you know, we've seen those players. There's some players that are uncomfortable with the lead. They don't really know how to do that. Dimes is not one of those.
No.
He wants the lead late, and he wants to milk that clock.
Right. What I'll say is, though, I love what Dior's doing. On 1st and 10, especially in this situation, a lot of dudes run the ball. When your scheme is already a lot of running, you know Dimes is going to be running. And Dior's selling out on 1st and 10 each time. Gets Dimes into a little bit more of an uncomfortable situation as we head to the 4th.
We head to the 4th quarter, 17-13. 4's up in the chat. You got to let me know who you got winning this game. Give me a 1 in the chat. If you got Dimes, give me a 2. If you got the #1 player on the cut leaderboards, Dior getting the win here from Nissan Kicks Dome. It's still anyone's game. I know that Dimes has the ball and he is driving and he's going to run the clock, but it has not been easy to get into the end zone. If Dior holds him to a field goal, it's still anyone's ball game.
Right, and even that, like, field goals are hard in this game. They're not just gimmies, and he's on a hash mark. It's not a gimme by any means. Dimes, ooh, a little accidental motion. I like that.
RPO bubble, it was covered.
Did not like it.
Nowhere to go.
Did not like it at all, actually. Never mind.
You said liked it, and then it was
really, really bad. Not what I would have called.
You're about to go over there to Dimes and be like, do not do that.
Don't do that again, bro. Don't know if you saw.
Don't know if you saw. You had nowhere to go. There were two options. There was an RP and an O, and they were both the wrong choice.
We gotta watch halfback right here. And yeah, all these dudes are gonna go wide side, halfback wheel to flat outside. It's gonna push zones to the sideline, and that halfback attacks that short and deep seam.
And there he is. There he is. Wagner, end zone.
Yeah, I mean, hook 'em horns, brother. No,
the Texas Longhorn.
That's
put
the
the Dukes on top.
That's the same tutty that we saw earlier from D-Cruff. The same route combo, right? It's out of a different formation. A lot of people like you could take a lot, and
I love hearing that from Dimes.
Yeah, Dimes saying it's not over, and he's the one
because
who's up
if there's somebody who has experience playing down in this game, it's somebody who's played, what was it, 2,000 games of College Ultimate Team. No celebration. That's also the veteran presence of VA Dimes. Sometimes you see the younger players get a late touchdown, go up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter, start celebrating, start thinking about that final. Dimes has been here before. Dimes sits there and goes, no. Until there's zeros on the clock, you're not going to see me celebrate.
No, absolutely. And I mean, again, like 11-point game, that's a field goal, and then a touchdown too. And we're going to see that wide side wheel. See, they're watching. I don't love it from the middle hash. It's a little bit tougher of a throw. You see it does not as open. I love the middle.
That's the first time we've really seen him step up with Cam Newton take that middle lane.
And see, that's where like a lot of people, they get these fast quarterbacks, they go sideline to sideline. But one of the best ways to attack, and it's tough against certain defenses, but is right up the middle. See him drifting right here. And again, like, if you're Dimes on defense, I've always been a believer, like if you're going to give something up, I don't hate giving up the QB scramble. It's just a lot of mistakes happen from that, like we saw earlier with the deep pass that got picked off. So it's like you're making him work, you're making it a little uncomfortable. Love this route combo left side.
2nd and 5. There goes Cam Newton to the left side. Playmakers up the field, well covered, well contained. It's going to be 3rd and 5, which we near the 4-minute mark in the ball game.
Yeah, I want to see him. He's running that trips to the short side right here. You're going to see him, flip. Again, compressed defense. Best things you can do. Widen it out. Watch it. It's that same route combo. Halfback wheel, outside wide receiver out, some kind of flat, pushing things to the sideline. Then we have a seam streak from R1 too.
And he looks the other way. First down. Lachey with the first down. Luke Lachey out of Iowa.
What I would love to see here, and it's just, it feels like Dimes is giving this up a little bit, and he might be okay with giving it up too, but it's just quick drag routes, especially right here to the tight end, to X. Love to see that. Instead, quick out though.
I'm curious, was it tough for you over at Civil GG making game plans early in this game when the game plan was hand the ball to Quinshon Judkins?
That was tough. A lot of people say, how do you stop Quinshon Judkins?
I said, I got nothing.
I'm like, brother, when I find out, you'll be the first to know, man. We can figure it out together.
Early QJ was pretty tough. Game's certainly changed a lot since then.
I like to see he has contains now on the outside.
Throw it up, that's covered. But he makes a play, click on, and rise above it. Touchdown. And just like that, we got a ball game.
Who was it that caught it? Who was it? Could you tell? I don't think it was. I was going to say if it was Megatron, it was Diggs.
It's Diggs.
Okay.
Steph Diggs.
I don't love the throw. I actually love what Dimes did on defense, to be honest with you, because he finally he double tapped the right bumper R1 on PlayStation, and he got contains out there, so he kept Cam in the pocket, going for 2. Quick throw.
Oh, it's picked off, though. Uh-oh, it's picked off. There goes Woodson the other way. Oh, lucky to make a tackle. Didn't want to return for 2. It'll stay a 5-point game.
I love going for 2, right? I mean, you have to, but...
again,
you have to.
Don't chase points in the second quarter, but fourth quarter, 3:40 to go.
I'm kind of dumb sometimes. I'd be chasing points way too early. That's actually that's one of the biggest reasons I've been losing games.
Young people make dumb mistakes. It's okay.
I'm getting up there though. That veteran experience. I'm gonna have you in my ear in my next game.
I'll be your OC.
How's that? OC.
I'm gonna be like Civ. Inside zone.
Inside zone.
You've only called inside zone. Inside zone.
That's what he's about to call right here. Going duo.
Isaiah Bond.
A little fake motion. Almost checking to see if it's man, but he's touched that defender.
Goes Wisner to the outside. Couple Texas players involved in that play. Picks up 5, and you know now Dimes is not snapping this ball until that is down to the 3-minute mark.
Yeah, no, he absolutely has to. You got to milk the clock as much as you can. I want to point out one thing. There's something that people I feel like don't take enough advantage of, though, in the running game. Is that, like, watch, like, right here, the duo, if you watch that red line from the halfback, it's right up the middle, right, attacking the A-gap. you can cut these runs different directions where you see fit, right? Especially these slower developing handoffs, right? Inside zones, duos, stretches, under center. Like, you can cut them. He's doing a good job cutting outside. Like another example right there, gets blown up, but you can hit different holes, right? Or, I mean, you could take it right up the middle. Let's go put, that's actually a great spot. If you're Dior, like you want Dimes in a situation he doesn't want to be in. Dimes doesn't want to be in 3rd and 8 where he has to pass the ball.
He wants it 3rd and 2.
Yeah, exactly, where he has that threat. So this is, like, here's a massive opportunity.
Mo Bamba starts playing. It plays in every stadium. It's here in the Nissan Kicks Dome.
We don't have good numbers on the left side. Got to watch that seam streak, but then we have the deep out in the wheel, all flooding the left.
Trips to the left. It's Newton back to pass. Crosser's not there. Trying to make something happen. Cam Newton trying to make a Houdini act out of it and picks up the first down.
Only thing he has going for him right there is he went out of bounds and stops the clock. That's a play right there, dude. It won't even matter because this play will take a couple seconds.
Set him up with a show on the Las Vegas Strip because that man was a magician. Newton in the shotgun. Gives it up underneath, little handoff, trying to get Wisner going. He'll be able to take this to the 2-minute timeout.
Yeah, that clock is just barely right there, dang. And that's where it's just like, again, you have Dimes in these situations where on defense you're happy. He seems like he has to pass, and then you let him escape the pocket, you let him extend the play, and it's just like he doesn't have to throw the ball.
2-minute timeout, 2 minutes from finding out, and you know there's a man back there named Daniel Mycroft who has his eyes on this game.
If I know,
he is scouting.
If I know D. Croft, he has a notepad out, might be on his phone, he's taking some notes. He's played VA Dimes quite a few times. I don't think he's ever played Dior. Both these guys locked in right here. 2nd and 10.
See a little read option.
Yeah.
Action. Gives it up, Camara. A lot of them, 3rd and 9.
Again, we're in the same situation, 3rd and long.
No timeout taken.
Okay, I actually don't hate that. I like that, I don't mind that. We're in the same situation, 3rd and 9. We're expecting pass. He is actually going double mug. We haven't seen this. This is a 3-3-5 double mug. One stand-up backer on the left side.
5 out.
Oh, he's going to use that guy, too. We got to get a timeout. Okay.
Timeout from Dimes.
I don't hate that.
It looked like he had shoe clock on, so he ran that all the way down.
Yeah.
Maybe didn't like what he was able to do, because, again, you try to do that hot route, you're going to get a penalty.
Going backwards 5 yards. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right on that. I'm curious, as he changes user, so obvious pass right here. We got to contain. We can't let Cam get outside the pocket. Dimes dots us from inside the pocket. We say, hey, great dot. GG's.
Right up the seam, tight end. Could that have sealed a spot in the finals for VA Dimes?
So there's still, it's going to be tough. He can get the ball back right here. 1 first down is going to be GG's for Dimes, though. Up 5. I mean, I think this is 3 runs. I don't think you risk a pass. I don't think you risk an RPO. We get the timeout right there from Dimes. I don't hate that. You're not going to need them probably. I just don't think you risk stopping the clock, and you can milk this bad boy all the way down to about, you could probably get it to about 50 or so seconds after 3 plays. Go up 8, leave him 50 seconds to go try to get 8. Just unlikely.
The first time we've called the name of Thilo Milan-Orstrom out of Texas A&M. Gig him.
Don't know who that is.
It's their time. Rise in the ranks.
Oh. Great gap shoe. That's what you need right there.
We might be down, but the Gator is dancing.
I'm trying to. I don't think you put this ball in the air. Just put him in a spot where you go up 8. You leave him 50-ish seconds. And it's just like, dude, like, good luck, especially because Dior struggled to move the ball.
2nd and 13. Go from bunch. Down 3 wide set, hands it off.
Good. I mean,
not a lot of room. He'll get a couple. It's going to get to another 3rd down.
The user right there making a pretty big play.
3rd down and 7. Newton waiting, calling out the plays, directing traffic. Now motions back, and he'll give it to that duo. Trying to get the first down, 4th and 2. Timeout taken. Decision time, Civ. It doesn't look like he's going to just kick his 3, play some defense.
Yeah.
About 56 seconds.
Yeah, no, you don't go for this right here. I mean, if Dior finds a way to go down in 50-ish seconds, scores the 6, and then gets the 2 with no timeouts, you just like, hey, like, good job, we play OT. Gotta watch out for the kick return here, though. Genuinely, like.
I mean, when would we ever see a kick return? Okay, no, that's fair. I don't think he was going to let that run through the end zone. Jackson up, takes a big hit right at the 19-yard line. 53 seconds, needs to go 81 yards, and then needs to find a 2-point conversion.
Yeah, loses 4 seconds and 6 yards off taking it out. Only nice thing is he gets to a hash mark, so that can be nice. Sometimes when running your offense, you want to get to the hashes. Oh! He's going with a double reverse pass! Oh, no! Lachey!
He bangs it!
10!
5! He breaks out!
I saw the handoff. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yo, that was absolutely insane.
The double reverse flea flicker. Now he needs to find a 2-point conversion.
Oh, you can't make it this far to not get.
That's what 2,000 games get you, though.
Yeah, literally.
Oh my gosh.
He had that one in the tuck.
All right, he's checking into little trips to the right. Gotta watch a motion screen. He's not going to.
Newton. End zone.
Oh!
He drops it after the miracle play. He'll need an onside kick.
I like the play. I mean, it's a decent play call. It's a decent spot.
And it's well covered. I mean, put up a highlight.
Wow.
Time to put him on TikTok.
That's insane
But
right there.
Dimes is gonna survive. And his family back home, they might have had a coronary after that play. But with that kneel down, Dimes is in the final.
Oh, that's crazy.
Hey, I love his
crazy.
energy. I told y'all the energy on VA Dimes is something different. He said, "Daddy's going to work." That's it's kind of funny to say, but hey, man, he just went to work. He just did his thing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what a game right there, man. Dior fought to the very end.
Hey, I'll tell you this: if I'm on the cut leaderboard, I want nothing to do with Dior.
Oh yeah, 1,000%.
Never play him. I'm dashboarding.
Dude, he's played more games.
Sorry, man. Internet went out.
My cat. I don't have a cat in my cat.
Woo! A dub.
Here we go.
For VA Dimes, he will take on D. Croft.
Come on, man.
In the final.
Come on, man.
Come on, big dog. Yeah.
Yeah. Remember what you said? When I win, I get that chain.
Whoa. What you say?
Oh, you did.
Hold on, we shook on that. Yeah, we shook on that.
I heard it too.
Oh, drip coming.
This was how the game started. Let's take a look at some highlights. And Dimes, I want to get your thoughts on this one. You start off the kick return down to the 4. That had to be a jolt of adrenaline early.
Yeah, I tried to kick the PlayStation over to go and disconnect the game because I saw the way it was going, but
Didn't work.
unfortunately it didn't work. But however,
I
the
did
defense
see your leg
stood up.
moving. You were just like, hold on.
Hold on. Woo! Got him. Hey, I felt it, man. I went for it on 4th and 1. He stopped me, but I like him backed up at the goal line.
It was 7-3 at this point. Cam Newton rolling out, little playmaker up the field.
Y'all ain't
Easy
gotta show
pitch and
that.
catch.
You ain't got to show that.
Now it's second quarter, and it is Dimes working his way down
Was
the
you
field.
nervous, Sid? Tell the truth.
Oh, for you?
Yes,
I was a
I
little
didn't
nervous.
think he was
had a
gonna
couple.
get
I
it.
was like,
Oh, he matched that. I knew that, and it was a seam flat. Congratulations.
It's just to tip the cap to Paul.
Yeah, it was a good play. That's all you can say.
Well played.
It was 13-10, but how about Toby Gerhardt coming into the game, powering a touchdown in, takes the lead, and this was the play that changed the game, that halfback wheel.
Oh, don't you like it, man? I saw D. Croft running, so I said I might as well do it. It's working for him.
You just did it. You did it mid-game, dude. We're gonna break that play down here in a second, because here's the thing, dude. When you talk VA Dimes, I'll be honest. You're more of a runner.
I'm a runner.
More of an RPO guy.
Yes, sir.
Right here, I love it. I love it. We're gonna get to it in just a second.
Touchdown 27-19. And then this play.
Oh,
the double reverse flea flicker.
Man.
I thought he was going to throw it to the post. I was like, I got you. And he got me.
Be real, dog. When that play happened, did your heart drop? Be honest.
No, because I knew he wasn't going to get the 2-point conversion.
Oh, you knew it. You were standing on business right there.
100% nah,
hey,
for real. I knew
it has
yeah.
been a lot of crazy red zone and goal line defense on both of y'all's ends. So.
Oh, yeah. So I had confidence I could get the stop. That's why I kicked the field goal. Normally, I go for the win right there, up 5. I say, you know what? Let's kick the field goal. So if he scores, he got to go for 2.
Yeah.
And that won me the game.
Let's listen in, because you had something to say at the end of the game. I want to listen to this. It's a great soundbite.
Y'all said Daddy go to work. Daddy went to work. We got more in front of us. 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 We got more, man. I told you.
How much motivation was that for you, knowing your family's back home watching you play?
Now, first off, I'm going to not get too heavy into it because I'll cry right here on the stage in front of tens of
We'll
thousands
save that
of
for if
people.
you get to the final.
I'm going to be honest with you. I walked in the hotel Monday night, man, and it hit me for the first time I walked into a hotel without my family. I'm used to my son jumping on one bed to the other doing the flip. I'm used to my wife figuring out what we're about to eat for dinner, and my daughter's checking out where's the pool, Daddy. I didn't have that. That hurt me. But
They released me. They said, Daddy, go do your thing. So I said, you know what? Last time they came with me, it was a vacation for us, kind of. This time, I came alone because it's business.
It's a business trip. And so did you hit an honorary flip across the beds just to like?
No.
Okay,
because as you know, I'm 40 years old and my body does not work like that no more. I'm scared to do a spin right now. I don't even want to do that.
Sid, break down one of these plays. This was an amazing game.
Yeah, so for me, this was the one that was like, Dimes might pull this one away because you're not known as a passer. You're more of a running type of guy, and sometimes we're always questionable, right? But 3rd and 14, massive situation. If you're on defense right here, you're like, okay, here's my chance to get back into it. You use one of my this route is good every single year. Wide side of the field, halfback wheel. I don't know exactly what we had going on over here, except for I know you had a flat, probably from maybe this guy, or it might have been the slot. A couple routes either attacking vertically or the seam right here. And if we let this play, watch what ends up happening right here. This halfback is always lethal wide side. And exactly what happens. Boom. That top left safety ends up vacating. Just an easy beam. You said you took that from Decroft mid his last game, give or take?
I'm capping, man. That's my play. I've been running that play. As you can see, you can go get the game plan right now. But what I did was, when he came out of defense, I knew he was running loop, and I knew that outside linebacker was a seam flat. And if he didn't change that, the outside guy was going to stay down. Right. The seam flat was going to go out, and I knew the wheel would be wide open. So anytime you got that 4x1 set, you know how it gets down.
No, those halfback wheels are always lethal. You probably see some of that next game, too, because you got Decroft coming up.
Yes, sir. And so I played Decroft many times. Decroft is a phenomenal player. As you can see, his record was, 78-3 or whatever. And I had a nice, hey, change my win streak. One game. Come on. Erase that. Yeah.
What is that?
Give me the money.
Look, let's just do it like this, man. Let's say my son stole my PlayStation. That was his 2-game losing streak. Trey, I'm going to get you when I get home.
Congratulations, man. You got a final to prepare for. 1 win away from the grand prize. Congratulations. It was fun to watch it. Dimes is on to the final. Decroft and Dimes will battle it out here from the Nissan Heisman House Challenge.
Gentlemen.
Hey, Coach. New boots?
Genuine alligator.
Gator? I gotta call Albert. He's not picking up.
take it to the field. Let's take it to the field. I come through like a freight train, about to push the line back. Only see the gold line, don't matter if your line.
Why are you texting me?
Who even talks anymore?
Oh, yeah? Who even parks anymore?
What?
Reverse! Reverse!
He does.
Come on! Boomer! Sooner! Please?
Should we help him?
Nah. Just a little nibble? Come on.
And welcome back to the Nissan Heisman House Challenge. Eli Max Sybil, you might know this man, Heisman Trophy winner. Reggie Bush back with us. I'm Nick Mazesko. What a tournament it has been so far. Yeah. We've had a great time out here watching these guys play it out. We still got a final to go. A reminder, guys, recent college grads kick off your careers with $500 cash back towards lease or purchase of a new Nissan vehicle. Just like the Nissan Kicks we have right there. Our winner's taking that one home. Scan the QR code or learn more at nissanusa.com/college-grad-deals. An opportunity I would have loved for a little $500 when I was back in college. We've had an amazing tournament here. This format has been a lot of fun. 4 players started off. We're down to 2. Single elimination inside college ultimate team. There's no losers bracket. The other 2 that have lost, they're out of here. We got 2 left, and we will crown a champion here in just about 45 minutes. We'll know who's taking home the Nissan Heisman House Challenge Championship.
Last man standing.
And we got a great game coming up. D. Croft and Dimes, 2 very different players. You got to watch backstage. It had to be fun watching these 2 go head-to-head, and very different games. D. Croft, offensive explosion. They had a defensive battle out here.
Yeah, and that's what I like about this next game is, this next match is we're going to see Dimes, who really does a great job with his play calling on the defensive side of the ball. We saw a couple of interceptions, a couple of great calls where the corners are just sitting right there, for the pass. And I want to see how that's going to match up against Croft with his offensive packages that he has, which seem to be extremely creative. But I love how Croft uses the run game he establishes that early on. So I feel like this game is kind of up in the air right now. It's gonna be a great battle.
And for D. Croft, there's some level of this where he knows he doesn't have a belt in Madden. He's gotten close. He's made a lot of tournaments. But winning a tournament, closing it out, and being the first ever college football esports champion, that means a lot to him.
I mean, I know D. Croft very well. I've known him for a long time, and he's somebody who loves winning. Even if there was nothing on the line, this dude would want to come home a champion. And now with everything that we have here, all the great prizes, everything here, he's ready.
I just got to say, I think it's important to point out that this is pure pandering by Eli Mack.
Hey, man,
I mean, this is crazy.
The only thing is missing right now is a Sharpie so I can sign this thing.
Oh, nah, hey, somebody backstage, give me that Sharpie, man. I'm trying to bring this home to my mom.
Can I get a Reggie Bush shirt? Oh, wait, hold on.
Hey, y'all know how I feel about drip, and Reggie heard it. I like drip, so he went and got me a jersey. So, hey, that's what I'm rocking with for the rest of the show.
Hey, look good on you, man.
Appreciate it, dog.
Like you could do some work in that.
A little fight on?
Yeah, you could do some work in that thing right
Let me borrow that trophy, bro.
Let's take a look at our matchup. It is finally time for a final. It is Dimes and D. Croft battling it out here on the Nissan Heisman House Challenge. This game is going to be awesome.
I'm excited. I'm excited. Here it is.
Sorry, we flew in the Sharpie.
We flew in a Sharpie for him.
Dimes and D. Croft, Civ, 2 veterans of the game, 2 guys this means so much to.
Really quick, man, we got to stop all that. I'm about to get signed by Reggie Bush right now.
Sign this thing, man. Hold on, let's face the camera.
TV,
Turn
man.
around, bro.
I can sign your
So y'all know it's real.
Yes, sir.
Why'd you write "kick me" on the back of his shirt?
That's crazy. Face this way.
All right. So it's legendary right here, man. The one and only, man, Reggie Bush, man.
I mean, this is as good as it gets.
Hold on. I got to put all the inscriptions.
Kick me.
Okay.
I'm cool.
Oh, he giving me the full.
Let him see it. Let him see it. There it is. It's real right there, man.
I'm telling you, I'll write something for you, Nick. Don't worry.
My shirt.
I got something in the bag of it.
That's legendary. I appreciate that, dog.
Of course, man. Of course.
I mean, this is what happens when we get great people around. And Reggie, you know something about being in championship games and how this has got to be a nerve-wracking time for both these players.
Absolutely. But this is what you play for, right? This is what it's all about. You prepare as much as you can. You put in as much work as you can for this moment right here. And I loved being in these games because for me, this is where you learn about the true character of the Warrior, of the guy who's playing. And we're going to learn a lot about these two players, man, playing in this championship game. They both bring a lot to the table. I love the defensive schemes that he calls. And then as far as for Croft, I love the offensive package that he's going to bring to this game. So they both are going to bring a lot to this game right now. Let's see how it plays out.
It's going to be fun taking on D. Croft, rocking those Texas unis. And Eli, for D. Croft coming out here, you know he wants to jump out for a big lead like he did in that first semifinal.
Yeah, 1,000% he does. You know what I mean? Like I said, he's like the silent assassin. I feel like he's backstage right now. You know, he was watching that game and just rubbing his hands and just picking VA Dimes apart, just going through his game and finding some things that he can exploit. And so Dime's gonna have to be careful with that because, like I said, he reminds me of like Tom Brady. He's a Tom Brady of this, man. He's gonna, you know what I mean? He's gonna pick you apart and he won't even let you know he's gonna do it until it happens, and then it's too late after that, you know what I mean?
Sib, give me an X factor in this game. What should people be watching at home here in the final?
I think the number one thing, D. Croft in the red zone. I think Dime's gonna do a good job in the red zone. I'm curious what D. Croft's able to do. I think he'll get there. It's just, can he get 7 every time?
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting those 7, not kicking field goals in the end zone, in the red zone, is going to be huge here in a championship. And I loved hearing the family motivation from Dimes. I think that's really cool. You know, that's going to be weighing on him. He's got a couple extra people at home in Virginia watching this game. That's going to be huge for him.
That's what it's about. You know, you play for your family, you play for the people back at home, you play for that name on the back of your jersey. And I got to imagine, man, he's feeling all the energy and all the love and everybody supporting him back at home right now because they're watching him. They want to see him bring home this trophy.
Let's bring out our players. It is championship game time. First up, the man with the watch party at home, Virginia native JMU, stand up. Let's bring out VA Dimes.
There he is. Let's go, baby. Game time. Let's go.
Do it for your family.
Game time.
Let's go. He said, say less.
What do you think? What's the heart rate right now for him?
Oh, the heart rate is going crazy. It's through the roof right now. You know, it's.
He's got it. Current streak, 1 win. He changed it. Shout out to our graphics team.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But he's definitely got to just be. You got to be calm in this moment, right? Like you can't allow yourself to get too high, too low. A big play happens on the other side, you stay within you and play your game.
And on the flip side, he's got somebody who's pretty good in Madden. He's proven he's pretty good in college football. Let's bring out D. Croft.
Hey, there he is. The assassin.
Oh, yes, he is, man. We got Madden versus Madden right here. Both of these guys have been in big games like this before. So, you know, the lights is definitely not going to get to either one of them, as that showed in their first game.
I'm just saying, I'd be offended. None of these guys put down favorite Heisman Trophy winner as Reggie Bush.
That's what I'm saying, man. You know,
I'm going to say something.
Lamar Jackson.
If I was a Heisman winner, I'd say something.
That's crazy.
Just saying,
Come on, man. Would have loved that.
That's a
Nothing better.
Would have loved that.
Guys, we're crowning a champ. It is 20 game minutes, and we get to know who's taking home $10,000, who's taking home the honorary Nissan Heisman House key, and who's taking home that all-new Nissan Kicks. 20 minutes from glory. That's how big it is here from Los Angeles.
Yes, sir. Hey, Dimes told me what he's going to do with that car, too, if he gets it. I don't want to spoil it.
Gonna give it to me, is what I heard.
Dang, how'd you know, bro?
I know, man. That's a guy.
Okay,
you get the jersey, I get the car. That's pretty cool. That's not too bad.
I'm just hanging out.
Sim, you get a great experience. Hey. Congratulations on a worthwhile experience and a life lesson that you need to ask for more. I got news for you.
Yes, sir.
These guys get set up, get their lineups ready to battle it out in College Ultimate Team.
I wish we had a heart rate monitor.
I can give them a whoop and we can find out.
Get them a whoop or something. Because that's the next thing we got to add to these.
I would love to see that
the heart rate
on screen, like as big plays happen, to see the heart rate going up and down.
We got to get that. That's next.
Blood pressure monitors. Can we just get a doctor out here to figure this one out? As these guys get set up in the championship game. This game is going to be huge, Eli. And the vibes in here, these guys have been ready all day. These guys both believe they were going to be in this spot no matter what.
Hey, yesterday when I first met all four of them, I said it's going to be Dimes versus D. Croft. In my head, I just knew it. They both have the energy of, like, I'm supposed to be here. Yeah. I'm coming here to stand on business. I'm not saying that other people didn't, but you can just kind of see it more in certain players, and they definitely did have that and do have it. So we'll see within the next few minutes here who is going to be taking home these amazing prizes.
And Reggie, you said one of the key things for both of these players is not getting too big, not when those swings get too big, and not thinking about, you know, even if you have that lead in the fourth quarter, it's not over till there's zeros on the clock.
Exactly. You have to stay locked in. You got to stay focused until the game says, until the clock is 0-0-0. Anything in between there, You are locked in, focused on what you have to do, what you have to accomplish, and why you came here, which is to bring home the trophy.
Because you never know when somebody's going to break out a double reverse flea flicker.
That's what I'm saying, man. That was crazy.
You never know when that double reverse flea flicker. Sim, do you have that game plan over at civil.gg?
The little double reverse flea flicker. Oh, we actually do.
Oh, that's crazy.
We do day one.
That's tough over
I need to sign up, man. I'm hearing a lot about this website. I'm trying to get better. You feel me?
Might be the place.
I like when players, they save plays for the right moment. For the right moment, right? Because
he didn't break that out in the first quarter.
He didn't try to break it out and see, oh, maybe I can run it early on. He saved it for the right moment, and that's the sign of a champion.
Yeah, good coaches do that too. Yeah. Great coaches. Yep.
It's going to be a great battle. I'm curious, who y'all got in this game?
Oh, I got Dimes, man. First off, I was raised in Virginia Beach, man. You know what I'm saying?
So you're going with the VA?
Yeah, I'm going with the VA, man. You know, we got to take it back home.
Take a look at, by the way, Reggie, how many times did you run this play?
I've probably run this play a few times in my career. And
were you just pitching it, or were you down the field?
No, I'm pitching. I'm pitching for sure. But as the running back who's pitching the ball, your job is to not mess that pitch up. You screw this pitch up, you're going to get cussed out when you come to the sideline.
Oh, man, yeah, you actually pitched that a little too high, a little too hot. All of a sudden,
don't do it.
They know whose fault it was. You can't even blame it on anybody else.
But I'll tell you this as well. One of the, in those moments, if you have a blitzer off the edge and he's free, then the running back has to keep the ball and just go up the field. You can't pitch it.
So it's almost an RPO in that sort of sense, where you can keep that and go outside. And I got to imagine, if you see that backer blitzing, you're thinking, end zone, I'm going.
Yeah, keep it and get as many yards as you can.
All right, Reggie, who do you got in this game? Dimes and Decroft, this is a great battle.
I'm going to go with Dimes because watching this last game, I love the way that he called his defenses. I love the schemes that he ran. It was more about the defense for me. I know they're both going to score points, but defense wins championships.
Sib, who you got?
I've known Decroft forever.
I have a feeling you're not going against your guy.
One of the best man players ever. I got to go Decroft on this one. I think his offense is too good.
You know who I'm going? Everybody at home, because they win. They're the true winners.
Wow, the little winners.
How to do?
How politically correct of you.
Thank you so much.
How politically correct of you. Great job.
I appreciate it. Give me a jersey and I'll make a pick. Let's get this game underway. It's championship time here from Los Angeles at the Nissan Heisman House Challenge presented by EA Sports College Football 25. Let's head down the tunnel. Reggie, I know that gets you fired up. Seeing the tunnel.
I love coming out that tunnel, baby. Ain't nothing like running out that tunnel.
It is going to be Decroft on offense first. And he's
early.
Oh my God! This man end zone. First play. How about the running back? How about the O-line?
Wow.
Blocking. And just like that, Decroft's on top.
I was just talking Dimes up about his great defense, but man, Croft came out with just a home run right up the gut.
Man,
they don't get no better than that right there.
There's no better feeling than that right there. Big game. You're a little bit nervous about scoring.
I gotta imagine if you're the running back, you're going to your O-line. Just good job, guys. You guys were the heroes there.
I'm buying y'all dinner, breakfast, lunch, whatever y'all need after this game.
Yes, sir. Hey, when you know Reggie Bush is watching, you gotta hit a big run play at least one time.
Man.
We'll see if Dime's gonna hit one.
And what's fascinating, Sib, is again, Decroft not really known as a runner. He wants to air it out, throw it out of that bunch. So coming out with a run play on first down and having the run stick, that's big for him because it's going to keep Dimes thinking about that.
Well, that's why it's so big. Like, he doesn't even run like that. So it's like now Dimes is unpredictable. You don't know.
Exactly.
Little. I don't even know if that was a bubble. Was that just a straight?
That was a wide receiver screen. He just flipped his hips, little smoke screen.
Stop that pick six.
And the one thing about big plays in championship games, it just takes the air out of the other team.
Mm-hmm. So I'm curious how Decroft ends up playing this because he got that 3 wide receiver. He's gonna flip it. All right.
Now you have to answer here. You want to answer here if you're Dimes.
I think, and that's as he goes to the gun Y off trips, gives it to Kamara. Pick up a couple, and I think, Reggie, that's a great point. It's not just answering, but not getting away from your game plan early just because of that big play.
Exactly. And that's what I talked about before the game. You have to stay focused within your game plan and do what you came here to accomplish, despite what's happening around you.
Go back to that Y off trips. He really likes this duo run.
Yeah.
Out of Y off, hands it to Kamara, bounces it outside. He had some blockers, and that was a really nice play by the corner on the edge. Can bring up a 3rd and 1.
And I wonder if, did Croft score too fast, right? Like, did he score too quick that now you give Dimes a chance to really control the clock, run the football, stay in possession, and then score, which that also can be a great answer for a big play like that.
Yeah, and early, I mean, Dimes actually kind of toting the pill on him a little bit. Not really much answer. I'm curious, the way Dimes has been able to take runs and be able to cut them outside. Like if you watch this little red arrow from the halfback, you have that direction where he's supposed to go. He's able to cut it inside, cut it outside. It's just massive, massive, massive for a run game.
Finally got a little shed on the inside.
Loss there.
Maybe a loss of 3.
Penetration in the run game kills run plays.
I gotta get the what does the kid say? The aura check from Eli. Those JMU uniforms, the purple pants with the white, that's clean.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I definitely like it. I love their logo too, like just the boom JMU like that. That's definitely fire. But
shout out to the Dukes.
A little East Carolina.
You feel me?
Yes, sir. Shout out to the Pirates. Red pass.
If that was accurate, that might have gotten picked. Good switch stick underneath. That's that same route combo Dimes went to essentially win the game last game with that halfback wheel wide side.
Beautiful. So Reggie, with you playing in obviously some big games, the biggest game in the NFL and in college, what advice would you give, to these gentlemen right here if you could in this moment?
Just to execute your game plan, right? It's about execution, about doing your job and doing what you have to do. Listen, other team, they may score points, they may make plays, but at the end of the day, we got to continue to do what we came to do.
This is a big 4th down. 4th and 5. Empty it out for Cam Newton, the Auburn Tiger. He's got 3 curl routes and 2 speed outs. Okay, he's gonna go to a corner route right side.
Okay, high
Full
low
wide
west
set.
side.
Looking for that.
Newton looking corner route. Doesn't drop it in a bucket.
That was a nice throw because I think he was looking for the out route on that play, which would have gotten him the easy first down.
Got that little zone to drop
because
just a little bit.
the corner didn't get back deep enough, he was able to fit that in.
And my guess is it probably helps when you got Cam Newton throwing to Steph Diggs. That's probably probably helpful.
No, Dimes converting those situations. It's just not where he wants to be.
Oh,
nice shifty. Run. There's that shifty ability going crazy.
And what's crazy is that in real life, Alvin Kamara is just like that. Like he's
still
so slippery, so shifty, and it's just unbelievable the balance that he has, when he's running the football.
Or talk about a weapon out of the backfield. I mean, somebody catching passes. I'm curious.
He's a nightmare.
Well, and again, you were somebody who were very comfortable catching passes, returning punts, running the ball. Which part of it was, I got to imagine running the ball is probably your favorite, but what was it like catching passes out of the backfield?
Well, you know what's unique is actually I felt like my best work was not as a running back. I felt like my best work was as a returner. Because as a running back, you have specific plays and holes that you're designed to go through, right? As a punt returner, kick returner, the entire field is wide open. And it's now just, hey, go make a play. And that's where I felt like I was at my most creative, was when I could just go make a play. And there was really no structure to the game, to the play.
I got to tell you, I got a chance this year. I went to USC, UCLA at the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
I know that they're both LA, but I'm not gonna lie, the Trojans showed out in Pasadena. It's a little handoff up the middle, trying to pick up a couple. It's not a long travel, but I'll tell you, there was a whole lot of fight on out there.
Absolutely,
it felt like a home game.
I like the momentum that Dimes has right now. He's running his football well. He really hasn't.
He has stuck to his game plan.
Yeah, he's sticking to his game plan, and he's chewing up the clock.
He's gonna go goal line, a little eye tight. Motions the fullback out. There's a lot of big bodies out there blocking. Toby Gerhart trying to find some room. Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go.
Yeah, I think if it comes down to 4th and goal from the 2, I like Dimes to go for it.
You got to go for it. You got this far down here, you got to go for it.
He told me he doesn't like kicking field goals or punting the ball. He told me that backstage. So.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy slander to the kickers out there. They're just out there doing their job, and he's like, I don't like you. I don't want to see you on my field. 3rd and goal. As we near the end of the first quarter, it was a first play touchdown for D. Croft. It has been all Dimes with the ball, but not yet in the end zone. 7-0 your score. Here in the championship game, motions the halfback. Newton back to pass. Pressure picks up.
Wide open.
Roughing the passer. No, it's illegal contact. Decline it. Put 6 on the board. What an answer from P.A. Dimes.
Well, he caught it and dropped it so quick. I wasn't sure if he scored for a second.
Dude, it's one of those where you want him to hold on just for a second. He caught that.
Just
was like,
be
nope.
careful. Just be careful. Hold it on for like 2-3 seconds before you drop it.
It's got to be wild for you watching so much football these days, and we've seen a couple times this year guys dropping the ball at the 1 yard line. That's got to drive.
It drives me so crazy, and I can't even tell you. Every time I see it, I just get angry on the inside because. Why wouldn't you want to take that football with you all the way through the end zone, you know what I'm saying, and show the crowd or whatever that is? Right. Like, I don't understand where this era of just dropping the ball right before we get to the 1 yard line has become a thing.
Man, these celebrations have just become so crazy now. They can't do one with a football in their hand, so I feel like they're just trying to hurry up and drop it.
I ain't gonna lie though, I
I
find there's something incredibly satisfying about taking it through the end zone and just walking over to the refs and
Absolutely.
hand it to him.
No.
I love that perfect.
That's what we did when I was at USC. And you go back and watch any of our old USC film. We would score and hand the football to the referee. And there's something like, I know it's not the sexiest, right? But it's something that's demoralizing to the defense when it's like,
here you go, sir.
We're coming right back.
Yeah, we'll get that back.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Newton back to pass, taking a deep
risky.
shot. Tough.
Ooh, that was risky.
Oh, 4th and 8, 5 seconds remaining here in the first quarter.
This is, remember, Decroft had that one-play touchdown last drive, so this is actually his first drive.
This is a big play right. This is a big 4th down right here.
Dimes had good pass defense.
Yeah, this is huge for Dimes. If he can get the stop here, he'll get great field position. Exactly. 4th down and 8. Newton back to pass. He looks underneath. Great find. Steph Diggs. Breaking tackles and breaking hearts. Pick up the first down. End of one. Just what we expected. 7-7 ball game.
We're seeing the same thing as what happened last game with Decroft, where like on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down, he's not taking the quick check down, especially the drag crossing his face. He keeps on taking on 4th down, but it's risky to kind of being aggressive too early like that, getting to 4th down consistently. Watch this ISO drag. There we go.
Yeah. When you're in man coverage, it's hard to stop those crossing routes. It is so hard to stop those crossing routes. And it's the perfect play call, when you have somebody in that specific coverage.
4:45 to go here, second quarter, championship game here from the Nissan Heisman House Challenge. 10K on the line, and all new Nissan kicks on the line, and that honorary key to the Nissan Heisman House. Oh! Thought he had it.
Wow.
Barely a step outside. Had good leverage on him. What I like about what Dimes doing on defense, every single play, whether or not he's setting pressure or not, the defense is looking almost exactly the same.
Yeah.
6 up front, got that user middle linebacker coming down right here in the B gap.
Yep.
Just showing blitz. You never know if he actually is right there, full coverage.
Oh, great job stopping it. Oh, he's gonna run.
There goes Newton. Picks up 9.
And that's something that both of these guys can do anytime they want, right? They can just drop back and run the football with Cam Newton and go rip off 8-9 yards.
And that's what's crazy is you look back, mid-2000s, you had your Bradys, your Brees, your Phillip Rivers. There wasn't a lot of scrambling. You basically had Michael Vick, and that was kind of it. And now, it's almost like we've completely shifted where the pocket quarterback, people don't want that. They want some mobility back there, even just a little bit. I would not consider Josh Allen a particularly fast quarterback, but the way he runs the ball, his ability to do that,
He's a beast.
that's got to be such an advantage for
He's
a team
a
like
true,
Buffalo.
true dual threat quarterback.
He runs like a linebacker.
Yeah, and you don't want to. If you're a safety and you got a one-on-one tackle this guy, you don't want that.
Good luck.
I promise you, corners and safeties don't want that one-on-one.
Good luck wrapping him up. 2nd down and 10. In the shotgun is Newton, bunch to the right side, Sutler receiver, wide left. It's Newton back to pass, waiting, looking, in trouble, and down he goes. He had time, but eventually, that's on the corners. Did a great job at defending that.
Yeah, that was a big sack right there, big play. Pushed him back, 10, 15 yards.
I'm waiting for Dimes to send pressure from this. Every time he's kind of bluffing the pressure. I'm waiting for him to send outside backers.
Still only a 4-man rush. Back to pass is Cam, looking right side.
Oh!
Picked off.
That was almost a pick.
I thought it was a touchdown, and then the corner jumps underneath the tight end. It could have been going the other way.
He broke on that at the right time. That was a great play. Look at this. Watch this. Oh, he missed it.
Maybe 4th and 14.
He'll go.
Kick is up. So he's going to get points out of this drive, but that's going to feel like a win for Dimes, right?
I think that's smart. I think it's definitely a win for Dimes. That sack was huge that he got, but stopping him in that situation is definitely huge because that's a touchdown off the board. And now he's within 1 score to take the lead.
Right, and Dimes is getting ball at half too, 5-minute quarters. If he's able to score a touch on this drive, really milk the clock underneath 30 seconds, go up 4 going to half, get ball, just score again. You almost control the game without him ever seeing the ball.
These games are won and lost. The last couple minutes of the first half, the first couple minutes of the second half.
Yeah.
As he misses on the play. I'm curious for you, as somebody, football being your life, how much of a blessing it's been going from the game to be able to work in television and continue to stay connected to the game.
Great. It's been awesome because, now I get to look at it from a different lens, right? I was, as a player, that's one lens, right? That's one set of, one lens that you're looking at the game through. And now I kind of get to look at it from the lens of a coach, right? I get a chance to analyze the defenses and the schemes and the offenses and things like that. And so I'm a true football fan, and I love being able to do this, man. This is definitely
it's so much fun.
Has it changed your perspective of the game quite a bit?
It has, because I've become more of a student of the game, right? Because now I'm looking at everything, right? As a coach, I'm looking at offense, I'm looking at defense, I'm looking at how much time does the quarterback have to throw the football, right? Are you getting pressure on the quarterback, or is he delivering the football within those 3 seconds that he needs to get the ball out? And so I'm just kind of studying everything, and I think that's what's most fun for me. You know, when I was playing, it was more so just I'm focusing on what I got to do.
I got to do my assignment.
I got to do my assignments. I got to complete my assignments. But now I get a chance to just analyze everything.
Well, interesting. 4th and 12 now. He's lucky that last play wasn't picked off. And now we get 3:06 to go. Calls a timeout. And he's going for this. He says he really doesn't like special teams out there.
And again, this is one of those situations where if he doesn't get it, you're giving the football to D. Croft, you know, with great field position.
23-yard line is what you're looking at. 4th and 12. Play clock down to 3. Back to pass is Newton. Pressure up the middle. Has a sit route, but he does not hold on to it.
Wow.
And just like that, a turnover on downs. A huge momentum play before the half.
A huge momentum shift right before the half. You know, Croft we know he can score. We know he's creative. But, you know, Dimes did a great job at stopping him and shutting him down. So I have to believe that that's what's going through Dimes' head right now. He's feeling like, I got the upper hand here on defense. I've been able to shut this guy down in his first half. I can do it again.
And you know what's interesting? First play hits the home run. It's been really nice run defense from Dimes, not letting Alvin Kamara get loose.
Yes. He got loose early, right? Early on, and then he's kind of shut him down ever since.
Well, I think D-Croft's on 1st and 10 starting to get a little predictable. He's going to go back to that.
Oh my, that one could have been turned over. 3rd down and 11.
That was close.
And Dimes is begging for it. I deserve the pick there.
That was close.
My family's watching. You got to give me that.
Another 3rd and long. It's the offensive coordinator's nightmare.
I'm waiting for the pressure. Again, coverage.
Looks underneath. It's not there. Newton out of the pocket. It's not there. So 4th down. Does D-Croft settle for another field goal? Yes, he does. Another win for Dimes defense.
He's starting to really tighten up and learn, you know, what D. Croft is trying to do. And we didn't really see that in the first game that D. Croft played. And now we're seeing this defensive scheme really take over and start to find, find his balance.
And that's why Dimes was so fine going for on 4th down earlier. Just ends up getting up. So it's like, it doesn't matter that much.
Yeah.
And we saw that in the semifinal. He said he went for it on 4th and goal from the 2 because he felt so comfortable playing defense that even if he turned it over and he got the pick 6.
Get a stop.
Yeah.
But you don't want to keep giving up field goals.
Right. It's a dangerous game to play. I will say Dimes has shown out on offense when he's needed to. That 4th, I was actually surprised he got stopped just because he's done such a good job so far.
Now back to work on offense. Can he find a little offensive momentum? Well, he can find his right guard, though. I mean, Alvin Kamara was having a personal meeting with him. Just want to let you know you're doing a great job. Could you get out of my way, please? Excuse me.
I wonder if, you know, we saw a flea flicker at the end of the last game. I wonder if any one of these guys has a play up his sleeve that he's saving for the end.
If there's somebody who will have that, it's Vietas.
Dimes told me, he's like, I can't tell you what, but I got a couple tricks up my sleeve. That's what he told me before the game. I'm like, all right. And against someone like D-Croft, D-Croft's playing great defense, so it looks like he might need to break some out.
I mean, man, we watched this year. David Montgomery for the Lions throw a beautiful pass off a little halfback pass. Finding Sam Laporta in the back of the end zone, so you never know what will break out, especially here in college football 25. So we've hit the 2-minute timeout. Well, sprint motion from the halfback. Newton taking the shot. That's double coverage. And he's lucky it's not going the other way.
That's dangerous.
He's trying to cut it off inside of that high safety. He needs to flatten the route out more. Throwing with a lot of anticipation. I like the idea.
Oh, he had it in the hands, too.
He almost caught it.
That was good anticipation, but right on the break. Tough ball.
3rd and 9. There's a lot of 3rd and longs and 4th and longs.
Not a lot of 3rd and manageables right now.
Yeah.
The last second audible.
Newton.
Little trail on the right.
There's that motion. It's Newton back to pass. Hits the halfback. All right, does get it to a 4th and 2. And I just have a feeling.
That's more manageable.
I have a feeling that he's out there on the field. He's looking at the punters. No. No. It's college football 25.
The punter is taking the day off.
4th and 2.
You can always run it, right? You can always run it with Cam.
There's the same route. Come watch that halfback.
Calvin moves all the way to the right side. He'll have to take a timeout.
Better than to call a bad play, I suppose.
You got to think one. There is still, even though he's a veteran, there's got to be some nerves right now, especially with how much is on the line.
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely some nerves. These guys are, They're trying to focus in. They're trying not to think about, the prize at the end. And it's hard because it's human nature for it to just start to creep into your mind and you start thinking about it.
The Nissan kicks is right there.
Right there.
It's not like we're going to it's right there.
Right.
You see it. Cam back to pass. In trouble. And Decroft gets another stop.
Oh, what's nuts, he had the quick out to the tight end, had leverage to the sideline, just missed it.
I think he was waiting for the running back to come open on that angle route, and it just, again, that's getting pressure on the quarterback. It doesn't give him enough time to throw that football.
I'm curious, as a guy who was so good as a back catching the ball out of the backfield, were you a guy who loved the slip screens? Were you a guy who loved running those those angle routes with those wheels?
I love the option route. Oh my God, the option route, that was my bread and butter, because whenever I got one-on-one on a linebacker,
you're like,
you're cooking.
You're not
good night.
That's like directly at you. I'm not looking anywhere else.
Oh, he's got the tutty too, a little
Over
switch
the
kick.
top.
Wow.
And I mean, Decroft's been struggling on offense. That's huge, dude.
What a throw.
That's huge. He's been struggling off, and with how good his defense has been playing.
He's chipping away, man. He's chipping away at this thing. He got the field goals. He's getting the scores.
You wondered it was just a matter of time. Enough field goals in the red zone.
Right.
It feels like, okay, but you're not going to get this 3 times in a row.
Exactly.
No, I'm having troubles picturing. Dime's got to put up some points. We got to get 3 right here at least. He does get ball at half.
He has to come away with points here. That would be what's going through my mind now. 45 seconds on the clock.
Only one timeout.
Yeah, I'm down 7-20. I need to go at least get a field goal here to keep this within manageable distance.
What's nice for Decroft, though, on defense is that he knows Dime's probably going to be dropping back to pass, meaning that he can kind of gear up. Watch that left middle backer going to be trying to loop across into that right A gap.
Yeah.
That's Decroft's kind of bread and butter with this.
Too wide to the right side, solo receiver to the left. He's going to go to the ground.
I see people do this sometimes. It's like I think it's a killer.
I don't love it. I don't love it in that situation.
If you get like the best look ever, maybe. Super deep post right side. I just don't think he'll have time. Looper.
It's picked up. He's got a little bit of time, and he's going to get an intentional grounding. That's going to work as a sack.
Intentional grounding?
Yeah, that's what he got.
Oh, man.
So now it's going to be 3rd, and I believe the technical term is forever.
And look, here's the thing.
3rd, and
you don't want to give the ball back to Decroft with, he's on the. I mean, what, you're on the 9-yard line? You got to punt this if you don't get this.
Got 3 timeouts.
This game can get out of hand real quick if he doesn't execute this.
Steps up. I really like that throw.
Nice move.
And I have a feeling he's not punting the ball.
I think you have to punt. I think you have to. Actually, it sucks to punt right here, but even if you get this, you're not going to get points probably. So it's like you get it, and who cares?
One timeout.
And you punt it. Decroft gets the ball 14 seconds on his side of the field. You have to play a little bit of defense.
So Dime says he hates special teams players, and then brings out the punter. He's like, I'm sorry about this, man.
Contradicting himself. I like this too.
Hey man, listen, we all got a game plan until we get hit in the mouth.
Fact. Wizard right side.
Oh no!
Go to the far.
Oh no!
Punt!
Oh! Special teams does it.
He didn't want to punt, and that might have been the very reason
why. Wow, maybe that's why he didn't want to punt it. Dang. Wow, that might be a backbreaker right there, boys.
Flashback to watching this man in action. The punt return, the creativity.
Wow, I love watching punt. Yeah, I love that. That was a high treat for me.
Seeing only the punter to beat, and you're like, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry to do this to you.
Man,
you did your best.
I've never been tackled by a punter, ever. Ever.
Never a sideline?
I would never allow a punter to tackle me. A kicker, no. That's not allowed. You're not allowed to do that.
The only one who did it, McAfee did it better than anybody. That's because that man is built like a refrigerator.
Yeah.
Little run play.
I saw a little bit of vision.
This is going to be the halftime discussion is going to be wild here.
It's going to be serious.
Because we went from a game that was really within 1 score, and Dime's having the ball, and we said these last 3 minutes of the half were so big. Gives up 14 points, including a punt return, and now it's a 20-point game. Even though he's getting ball, he's a lot of work to do.
And when you're a guy that knows that you play good defense, and now that defense is not there for you.
Right.
I mean, what do, right? You got to go back to the game plan. Now we got to adjust this game plan a little bit. We got to come out with some of those tricks, some of those tricks up his sleeves that he was talking about. He's going to need those in his second half for sure.
Something to steal some points, steal some possessions, something just to get going, get it close.
Yep.
20-point second quarter, And just like that, it is D. Croft with the 27-7 lead, 20-point lead going into the second half. Let's hear.
Stretch those fingers out, boys.
Stretch those fingers out. Let's hear from Nissan.
It's game day. Let's get them up.
Hey, Google, turn on the Heisman House.
I'm in the game.
Hey, Google, turn on the rookie alarm.
Rise and shine. Nobody sleeps in on game day.
Hey, man, the energy out here is crazy, bro. Look, the big plays. D. Croft off the rip to run a huge touchdown, dog. Like, that was absolutely insane. And then to end it with the crazy punt return. It's crazy because Dimes doesn't really like to do special teams plays. And the first time he actually goes out and does one, it ends up being really, really bad for him. So much energy in here, bro. So electric. Somebody's about to get the all-new Nissan Kicks vehicle today. The honorary Nissan Heisman house key and $10,000, bro. Absolutely insane. And listen, bro, D. Croft having these big, you know what I'm saying, special team plays and running plays in front of Reggie Bush. Speaking of the GOAT himself, you know what I'm saying, I got that signed jersey up there. You take a look. Woo-wee! Hey, I'm definitely finna hang this joint up, bro. This is about to go right into my gaming room setup. Y'all gonna be seeing this in every single video from here on out, real talk, man. Or I might give it to my mom. I don't know, bro. This is crazy right now. I don't even feel like I should be wearing it right now. I should take it off and put it away, you feel me?
Didn't even offer it to us. He wasn't like, maybe I'll give it to one of those guys. He went, no, I'm keeping it. I'm putting it on my wall. We had the second half action here from the Nissan Heisman House Challenge Championship game, 27-7. Reggie, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you. The amount of talent you guys had at USC when you were there. You played with a fellow Heisman Trophy winner in Matt Leinart. What was that locker room like with that much talent and really so many options out there?
It was awesome because we all pushed each other. Every single day in practice, we were facing the best competition. And we knew that, and we thrived in that. We felt like, okay, the defense is never gonna see anybody better than this offense. So let's give them everything that we got. And the defense, on the same token, is saying, listen, we're the best defense our offense is ever gonna see. Let's give them our best every single day. And that breeds success, that breeds championships. And that was really a big part of why we were so good, is because we had great talent, but we also pushed each other to be great.
And having a legend like Pete Carroll coaching had to help too.
Like Pete Carroll, man. Yes, sir. Absolutely, man.
Well,
it was great.
It's been a pleasure hanging out with you. You got to get ready because we got a championship moment coming up.
Yes,
Reggie
sir.
Bush, appreciate
See you guys in a second.
hanging out with us.
Right,
Have fun back there because you get the fun part, which is handing out a little bit of hardware. 3rd and 10. It's picked off the other way.
The absolute last thing that can happen for Dimes, a turnover happens within the first 37 seconds.
Sim, now I got to check. Do you got your floaties? You got
are
a lifeguard out here because it's turning into a flood.
I'll have to run to the hotel, see what we can pull up. This is not. D. Croft probably just gonna run the rock over and over.
You think that shoe clock's on?
That shoe clock is certainly on. If it ain't, he's gonna manually chew it. Conservative, see that?
By the way, is there anything more frustrating as a player than being down big and watching the manual chew clock where they just stand there and you're
no, that's what we're gonna see right here. We're just.
I mean, I'll be honest. If this is me playing cut at home, I've already hit the power button.
Oh, the game's done. Game's done.
I'm in the kitchen making a hot pocket. Okay, I'm power off. We're done. 2nd and 10.
D. Croft will pass. That's
of
honestly,
course he will.
If you're Dimes, you are happy to see him drop back right here. You just got to be one to take quick underneath for D. Croft.
And he does take the underneath. He finds Steph Diggs. Perfect. 3rd and 2.
Man, I just feel like you got to be right on the edge of field goal range. I don't know exactly where he can kick from, so I just like the run right here. Get yourself in a position where you can go up 23 points, and it's just so, the probability of you losing so low. And he's going to go duo right here. Might cut it all the way outside like he's done a few times. Gets blown up, though. You go. You go 4th and 5 right
You're
here.
not kicking 57?
Not kicking 50. Not in college. Not with this kick meter. Not with this kick meter. D. Croft, one of the first times we'll see him. We saw him doing it in the red zone. Now here, another situation where not the red zone, but it is kind of a short distance. We're probably going to see more of a horizontal route combo. We will. Very much trying to stretch the field sideline to sideline instead of vertically like he does so much on a bunch. I like this a lot. It's going to be tough for Dimes to stop it, but he has good pressure.
Good pressure, and Dimes gets the stop. Is it too little, too late? There's still plenty of time, but he needs to get 7 here. Cannot throw to the other team.
We got to get 7. We got to be pushing the ball. I don't want to say pushing the ball downfield, but we got to be moving the rock. We can't be. His first touchdown drive was a long drive. It was a good drive, but it was a long, long, long drive. He's got to show that he could score quickly. There's that loop blitz. Decroft is doing a great job getting busy with the user, getting busy with that looper coming through that right A gap. Decroft in the 3-3-5 tight defensive playbook. 3-3 odd is that defensive formation, calling the play. Linebacker cross 3 fire. Really, really good. And again, it's one of those loop style blitzes where you're going to have that linebacker start left side, go all the way around the D tackle, that nose tackle. There he comes again, calling the pressure.
Ooh, gets hit. Looking for that little like slant sit route over there, nowhere to go. Big hit. That's going to get a little wear and tear on the receiver.
Yeah, and that play is LB cross show 2, not LB crossfire. Let's go auto motion left side.
3rd and 8, Newton back to pass. Dimes needs something. He's got a man.
Good ball.
Finally had a couple receivers open. It's Steph Diggs picking up a first down, and finally the offense getting moving.
Yeah, I love that little high-low on the right sideline, just isolating the flat defender. You got to be wary of the switch stick when you do that, but good read nonetheless. I just see maybe a deep in route instead on the tight end, but let's see, you got to stay. We haven't really seen him roll out consistently against Decroft, and mostly because Decroft is always containing. You double tap that right bumper, you're going to get those contains on the outside. Tough to roll out. Barely outflanks the flat. Tough throw.
That's got to be one of the more nerve-wracking throws when you see that
scary.
flat route sitting down there.
That is incredibly scary, because if you throw that pick, it's G's. Like, it's over. That's probably
that's
6.
not one of those picks that you're immediately getting tackled. That's one of those picks that's going straight to the end zone. Reservation for 6.
I like this. Something easy with big play potential. Got to make a guy miss.
Woo! He does. That's Isaiah Bond. Nice stop and go from Dimes.
I love that. You need things in your offense, even in this situation where there's so much pressure on you. You need a play where you can just kind of dump it off. Something easy, something light, with still big play potential, though.
Just the ground game, trying to get Kamara going.
No, Dimes actually not going to come out here without a fight. I like this.
I mean, he's a veteran. He's been around the block once or twice. He's been down in games.
And I know that Dimes made this comeback a couple of times. Thankfully, never against me. I've never really gotten up on him like this.
Oh, nice read. That looked like a curl route, stemmed up past the first down marker. 1st and goal from the 3. Here we go. VA Dimes getting moving.
We can't get stuck right here, though. Cannot get stuck. He's going to stay in shotgun, too. Probably try to put. He had that one nice little dot early in the game, which I actually thought was like one of the best red zone plays I've seen. I just don't think Decroft gives it up again. I'd love to see touch pass right here, the little jet touch to the right side. That's what he's doing. Decroft going to try shooting it.
Whew, trying to get it moving. It wasn't a great shoot. It actually got picked up by a chip. But it looked like an indecisive cut from Dimes, whether you want to go outside or just cut it hard inside.
Right. Well, ideally on those, you're able to hook that end. You just couldn't hook them. This is tough. I like this, though.
This is the trips. This is the RPO bubble.
Yep.
And he's actually going to send Bond out on a route.
I love that.
What a creative play, and Bond doesn't catch it. He hit him right in the breadbasket.
So what Dimes just did right there is on that play, there's not a hitch route on that middle wide receiver, but when you motion him, he becomes a hitch, like a hitch hot route, basically.
Because nobody's supposed to block.
Yeah, exactly. So as soon as you motion him, it becomes a hitch. Motions him back, he stays on that hitch. A smart routes him up. Really good route, just.
I think you gotta stem that a little closer, because that happened, like, it sort of threw it right at the break.
Yeah.
And sometimes those receivers just don't get their head around. 3rd and goal, he's going to give it. Shifty
Shifty just went nuts.
End zone. Shout out to the Tennessee Volunteer. And he's not out of it yet. Dimes family, don't turn off the TV. It's only a 2-score game. A little bit of talk towards Decroft.
I respect. I mean, in this situation, you're down. You kind of got to get into your opponent's head. Make him. You almost like trying to like get Decroft to do something stupid. I will say, that was probably Dime's first time ever punting in this tournament. It's kind of wild.
It's kind of wild.
That's crazy. It's kind of wild. That's especially for someone who like.
One thing I think you don't want to do, and it's obvious to say it. Uh-oh, Kamara. There goes Alvin, picking up first down. One thing you don't want to do for Decroft, if you don't get points on this drive, if he gets a stop,
it starts to get scary for you. Your chest starts to tighten. It's like, ooh. And okay, so this is like a super aggressive clock strategy. I've seen it before. I've seen it before. I don't know how like all the math works out. I'm not that smart, but it stops the clock.
Well, that's what's really happy. We've got a new segment here. It's called Civil Does Quick Math. Okay, so how many timeouts does he need to take?
We had a Mac minute. Well, Mad minutes.
So we got
You do those
math
in
minute
school?
with Civil. We're just gonna go over your times tables. You got those going?
Yeah, I know those a little bit.
We're gonna head to the fourth quarter. Chat, put your fours up. We're 5 minutes in game away from crowning a champion. It is D. Croft with the lead, but Dimes got a little bit of the mo.
A little bit of life.
A little bit of life. A little bit of life.
And see, this is the thing. Like D. Croft's in. He's not. I don't know. It's just scary, I think.
Newton steps up.
Those throw out of sacks are always super scary.
3rd down and 8.
I'm curious, at what point does he hasn't done it yet where he sent the pressure and you're playing good defense anyway, so it don't matter.
Red pass, found him, possession catch, and now D. Croft, little head nod because he knows it's milk time.
No, that red pass was maybe gas because the receiver's open. You just hold that down a little bit more on placement accuracy. You get that red pop up, can be inaccurate. Very fortunate it was actually on the mark. Now, one thing
that throws it behind it.
Yeah, throws it pick. No, one thing though, worth mentioning, it's a 13-point game, not a 14. So 13, get 3, still
two-score game. That's big.
And I like Dimes to have a couple 2-point conversions here. Good clock management by D. Croft.
Good tackle on the outside, 2nd and 10.
Especially too, we got to make sure we're staying. Got to be staying inbounds right here. Milk the clock all the way down. I see some people that kind of get caught up in this. They snap the ball right around here. It's like no, milk it all the way down. Only way that Dimes ends up winning this game is a massive comeback that comes down to the final 20, 30 seconds. Don't even give him that chance, right? Again, D. Croft, this is a route company's called a ton. Let's see, and again, milking it all the way down. Man, I just
whole clock.
I would just love to see Dimes have some sort of like threat of pressure because at this point, it's just shed defense.
He's just rushing 4.
Yeah.
It's pretty good defense.
I mean, he's playing great defense around it too. Playing great defense around it.
3rd and 11. I mean, if there's one thing that Dimes could say, it wasn't his defense that let him down so far. His defense has been stellar against a guy in D. Croft who does know how to move the ball.
Yeah, no, it's crazy how much that punt's actually playing a factor right now. Here's that play from D. Croft. We talked about it earlier. Have that wide side wheel route from the halfback. Need to see his play art again if he's actually going to be setting it up with a little flat. He's not, so he's just going one-on-one right there. Curious what he saw to cause that. I might have missed it.
3rd and 11. Play clock down to 1. Newton takes the snap. Can D. Croft pick up a first down?
There it is.
He goes the wheel. It's well covered. It's swatted away. 4th and 11. I thought we were going to see a pick, and D. Croft is not even risking the 50-yard field goal.
Yeah, oh my goodness. Like D. Croft makes a predetermined read. So he went that halfback wheel by himself. He saw man-to-man coverage of previous play on the halfback. Nothing deep over there. He just assumed the halfback would win, tried to anticipate it. Halfback did not win by any means.
Dimes needs this like we need oxygen. 4th and 11. Throws it right side. First down. And D. Croft with a deep sigh of relief.
No, that corner route was cooking man coverage in D. Croft's first game. Cooks man coverage right here. Really, really good route. Whenever you have those routes that are like high percentage man beaters and you know you're getting a lot of man coverage, via Dimes adjusting a ton of defense, great to go to. Tough dot, but good dot.
And what's crazy about this, watching this game, for D. Croft, the offense has not been completely fluid. The offense has not been, nonstop flowing. But when he has needed a clutch play, he has come up with the read.
Over and over and over again. He's kind of put himself into some kind of tougher situations, too. Even on his first drive of this tournament where we saw first play was kind of bagged, second play might have been a pick, third play bagged.
Need a 4th and 7.
Boom, gets it, though. That's kind of like a little testament to who he is as a player. He's got a deep bag, and he's very, very good when it comes to the offensive side of the ball.
1st down and 10, and he's going to go single back. Old school. Hands it off. Kamara stretch run. Picks up 2, 2nd and 8. He'll take it down to the 2-minute warning.
What's interesting is that Dimes called that early timeout to right before the 3rd, and then this is just when he used his 2nd timeout. I thought he was going to burn all of them early maybe or something. He's called that first one.
A first down will end it. By the way, one of the great quality of life features in this game. Oh, ball's loose! And it's picked up by D. Croft.
Yeah, D. Croft's on, because I'll be honest, the chances of that happening are pretty low. That's kind of nuts that the ball came loose and he recovers it. Yeah, I'm actually kind of in shock. We're just going to watch this thing drip down to 2 minutes. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I would say one of the great quality of life additions in this game is if the other player doesn't have enough time to stop the clock, you kneel it down and it automatically rolls it down.
Yeah,
I really love that.
I like that a lot.
I mean, I'm never in that position, but I do love it.
Rarely on this end.
Needs a first down. It's Kamara outside.
Oh, it's gonna seal.
It's Kamara first down.
Great job from D-Croft.
Seal it up, fist pump. And just like that, as we take a look, this was the 4th and 11. This is the sealer.
It just gets that one-on-one coverage on the outside. The corner out's able to beat it. I mean, Dime's showing a bunch of different looks defensively. I just keep saying, man, I wish once or twice he would have just sent the outside backers, make D-Croft hesitant just a little bit, because it felt like D-Croft just got to a point where he was just chilling, just playing shed defense.
And it's just a kneel down. And D-Croft not ready to celebrate until that clock's at 0.
D-Croft is locked right now. He does not believe he's won.
It was a great game. I mean, that is correct. It was a great game. It will be one more kneel down from the first ever college football esports championship. D-Croft has never been in this spot as a Madden pro. He takes down dimes and he earns a little more than pocket change. D-Croft is your Nissan Heisman House Challenge champion.
No, genuinely a historic moment right here for EA College Football 25. The first ever champion, D-Croft, one of the best players in the world, always in Madden. Wow.
D-Croft is your champion here from LA.
There it is.
This is heavy. You won't lie.
Absolutely, man. Hey, listen, you showed true championship pedigree today. You played great, you locked in, you focused, and now you're a champion, and that's what the Heisman House is about. It's all about champions, man. So welcome to the Heisman House, and congratulations on the victory, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Congratulations, my dog. Hey, how you feeling right now, bro? Is your heart racing? Be honest.
Yeah, honestly.
Probably sigh of relief.
Yeah, big sigh of relief. I mean, I feel like I played a really good first half.
Hey, make sure you show the camera the key too, man. I don't know what you got, dog. You feel
That's
me?
the key to the Heisman House,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Welcome to the Heisman House, man. Again, like I said, you are a true champion. You balled out today, man. You did on a high level.
Yeah, I played great in the first half of that game. I think the second half, honestly, I got a little bit nervous. I won't lie. I feel like I should have just ended that game way sooner than I did, but I feel like I played a good enough game to win.
What was your mentality going into the game?
Yeah, just try to play good in all 3 phases. I think that kick return, or that punt return before half was, I think that was a game changer. Honestly, to go up 20 instead of up 13 into half, I think that was a huge game changer for me.
And how does it feel to be the first champion of college football 25, dog?
Man,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's a cool thing, especially since, we haven't had this game since NCAA 14, 10 years in the waiting for something like this. So it's a super cool thing. And in Madden, they have belts, but no one else has a Heisman House key.
Yes, hey, so let them know. Raise that thing up then, man. Raise it up then.
Yes, sir.
Let's go, baby.
And not only are you getting the key, you're getting the car.
Yeah.
You're getting the money.
Yeah.
Bro, what are you going to do? What is the first thing you're going to do to celebrate?
Man, one of my good friends is on the desk right here, Civil. Probably just head out with him tonight.
Who's that?
It's Civil on the desk.
Oh, Civil, man, you got a shout out.
No, probably just.
You got the shout out, man.
What's going on here?
What we got?
Let's go. Hey, hold that thing up, man. Let them see that thing, man.
Congratulations again, man. This was massive. This was huge.
Yes,
man.
sir.
Appreciate it.
It was a pleasure watching you.
We appreciate all y'all tuning into the first College Football 25 live event, man. Make sure you guys tune into the next one. We want to give a huge shout out to Nissan again for putting this on. We love y'all, man. This was a banger right here. We'll see y'all soon.
Yes, sir. Oh, and he's bringing the house too.
Yes.
I love it. Hey!
Pick 6!
Wow! This thing, man. Hold on. Let's make the camera turn around, bro. Hold on, bro.
Bring out V.A. Dime.
There he is. Let's go, baby.
Let's bring out D-Croft.
Hey.
D-Croft on offense first. And he...
Early.
Wizard right side.
Oh,
no! Go to the phone. Oh, no! Oh, no! Punt! He takes down dimes, and he earns a little more than pocket change. D. Croft is your Nissan Heisman House Challenge champion.